This is the shit I live for.
Hello, Jay.
It's like I told you before. Dreams are pieced together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones. This can be expressed as an equation. Dream D equals memory A plus memory B plus memory C. This, of course, means that Dream D is a fictional event. However, the same cannot necessarily be said about memory A, B, and C. Those happened in reality. In other words, fiction is built from combinations of reality.
So what I saw in Somnium earlier...
Yes. I believe Iris actually witnessed those events.
Pewter, you said that memories happen in reality, right? But what about false memories? How do we know if the memory really happened?
Even false memories are built from the pieces of real ones. If you disassemble those pieces, you will find real events.
What about things you see in movies or television?
The events might be fictional, but the experience is not. Our imaginations are limited to what we have seen. We cannot invent something whole cloth.
In the Somnium earlier, I saw someone else who might be the criminal. Who was he?
I wouldn't know.
Well, thanks for the help.
I don't believe there's any meaningful connection
These guys are shitty cops.
between the original and new Cyclops serial killings, I mean.
Why is that?
The culprit is not the same. I am absolutely certain the original Cyclops killer could not have committed these crimes.
How can you be so sure?
Because I can. Don't worry about it. Just trust me. Remember what the boss said this morning. The original Cyclops killer has yet to be brought to justice. After the investigation got going, it was taken over by the government and classified. That was the last we heard anything about it.
And yet you're also fucking certain that the new killer can't
Of
be the
course,
old
they
one.
paid lip service to the idea that the investigation was ongoing, but in reality, it was dropped completely.
Help me understand this. What I saw during the sink earlier, that was the scene of the original Cyclops serial killings, right?
Yeah.
So the person doing the killing was the original Cyclops killer.
Right.
Did you see him? He was...
I saw your face. The original Cyclops killer was...
It can't be. That's impossible.
Date, you cannot say that for certain. You have no memories past 6 years ago.
So perhaps, Mr. Date, you are the killer. You're missing your left eye, so you steal them from others.
OMG.
I'm kidding. You can't be the Cyclops killer.
Really?
Of course not. Do you think I would hire a serial killer? You interrogated Iris before the sink. What you saw in the Somnium was just a manifestation of the fear you put in her. You can't dream of something you know nothing about.
That means Iris must know about the killings.
6 years ago, Iris was 12.
Did she witness the crime at age 12? And not just one, but all four? The Cyclops killer appeared 6 years ago. I lost my memory 6 years ago. There has to be some kind of connection.
There isn't. It's a coincidence.
It's all
Really?
just one big old
Really?
coincidence.
Dante, it looks like Iris is about to wake up.
Got it.
Alright, we're getting the true timeline this time.
Hey, Iris. About that dream earlier.
Dream? What dream?
There is no point in asking her, Date. The subject of a sink does not experience somnium in the way that you do. They will not remember it.
Then what about the Cyclops killer? From 6 years ago.
Cyclops killer? I remember hearing it on the news, but I was just a little girl. I don't remember anything specific.
You don't?
No,
What about the scene of the murder?
I don't know. I've never been there.
But
I mean, there were 4 murders, there would be a couple of different scenes.
Dreams are pieced together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones.
You can't dream of something you know nothing about. Date, could you take Iris home?
Huh?
We do not have enough evidence to hold her. Even in Somnium, we couldn't find anything. The law demands that we release her.
You cannot decline, Date.
So are we in the boring SRS timeline.
Yes, we are. We're in the proper timeline. Not the fucking weird-ass, superpowered 12-year-old
Pathetic.
timeline.
Date, could we make a stop first?
Sure. Where?
Can't believe you do
Marble.
us like that.
It's a bar in Golden Yokocho.
Man, nah. That was an illegitimate abortion of a timeline.
You know about that place?
Yeah, Mr. Okiura took me before.
Why do you want to go there?
There's something I want to talk about.
We can't talk here?
It might take
That
a
was
while.
what you chose.
No, it was... That timeline resulted in me, you know, second-guessing my original choice, so this was my original choice.
There's no reason to refuse. Besides, there's a lot I want to ask her, too.
It's like when you were a kid and you were reading those Goosebumps fucking choose-your-own-adventure books and you'd, like, flip to, you know, page 27 or whatever, and then you die and you're like, no, flip back. It's completely
All right, sure.
allowed.
Yeah, you still had your finger on the previous page there, bud.
I absolutely did. I don't give a shit. If you want to play this game and fucking do a pure no takebacks run, then be my guest.
You gonna finish Wacky Timeline at least?
I'll finish it eventually. I think there's like 5 different endings to the game, so I'll
Tessa!
try and get all of them.
Oh, Ota!
This fucking dweeb. He always looks like he's bothered by something.
No, I didn't tell him to come. He just showed up on his own.
I'm sure. Is he gonna fucking whack me over the head with a pan again?
No, this is my new one. You're thinking of the one I dropped in that puddle. I was nihiling with Tessa earlier. She said she was going to Marble, so... I got here
Whatever
just before
happened
you
with
did.
the polar bear?
Fucking, I don't know.
Look, I was really worried about her.
The last thing I did was fucking the scene where you're training the 12-year-old girl and it turns out she's fucking One Punch Man.
She was about to be charged with a serious crime. Oh, she left a little while ago. She said something about going to help an acquaintance. She told me to watch the place
Oh,
until she
polar
got
bear
back.
was dark timeline only?
Yeah, so far.
How well
I
do
mean,
you
I don't know.
Mama?
Not at all. It's my first time here.
Oh god, Ota killed Mama and now he's gonna
This actually
fucking
works
bash
out
me over the
nicely.
head again.
I want to ask you something, Ota. It's about a Nile message you sent Iris. You said you wouldn't tell anyone about that thing.
I'll tell you what, if this scene ends up being as fucking stupid and everything gets just as ridiculous as in the other timeline, then I'll go back and finish that one
That you'd
first.
stay quiet no matter what. What were you talking about?
Well,
I'll tell her about the two-witter thing. I swear I'll do it.
geez, fine. Just don't tell anyone else, okay? But before I tell you,
Oh, he's gonna fucking
Who's
do
that?
it too.
What?
This fucking kid.
at the door, someone's standing outside.
And Dante fell for it because he's a goddamn idiot. Son of a bitch.
Lol.
Where am I?
It looks like you're awake now. Ota, the boy I asked to watch the bar?
I'd say he's too old to be called a boy, but yeah.
He was already gone when I came back.
Not that old.
All I saw was you getting your beauty sleep on the floor.
Damn it, Ota. What are you thinking?
It appears that he took off with Iris.
What were you doing during all this?
My power was shut down due to the stun gun. I have rebooted in safe mode and am now operational.
It'll be 3 o'clock soon. In the morning, of course. I tried. You wouldn't budge. I thought you were passed out drunk, so I left you like that.
I mean, not to be, too much of a realism guy, but I'm pretty sure that's not how a stun gun works.
So you weren't drunk?
Didn't have a single drop.
Oh, I thought you were drinking straight out of the bottle. Just like the old days.
Date, the boss is calling.
Oh, how am I gonna report this one?
Date, listen. Stay calm, but this is an emergency.
Okay, so Iris fucking gets kidnapped and has her eye taken out.
Well,
no matter
just
what.
Watch the video. I sent the address to Iba.
Okay, so we're gonna get the polar bear again, it looks like.
Iris.
Fuck yeah.
No, that's...
The criminal is streaming this live.
Iva, the source.
Identified. The Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse, Koto District.
Okiura?
Date, focus. We need to get to the site, now.
What's our ETA?
Our destination is far from here. 20 minutes is the fastest.
Please, please let me make it in time. That sick bastard.
Fucking polar bear. God damn it.
That sick bastard. Lol.
It's Ota.
He ain't the tall.
Tessa! Hold on! I'll save you!
It could be a, the suit could be like, above where his face is on it.
Stay away from Tessa!
It was all a scheme so that he can appear to be like this fucking, courageous hero who saved his precious waifu. The soundtrack, though.
The soundtrack is actually banging in this game.
No, it can't be. No. Stop!
Oh shit. Okay. I guess this is the dark timeline.
LOL
What?
rip. Wow GG read. Good timeline.
Huh.
No!
Interesting. Or did I? Ah! Fucking knew it.
Ota.
Oh, it was a murder-suicide? Or something? Huh.
Romance.
Oh shit, now I'm being interrogated.
There you are. Finally. I was looking all over for you.
Or maybe not.
You did fuck it all up.
Yeah. Interesting.
It's rare to see you down like this, but it's understandable. You blame yourself for this, don't you? Beating yourself up about taking Iris to Marble, and about letting Ota get the upper hand on you.
Letting Ota of all people. I mean, you should feel pretty bad for
Am I
letting
right?
that
What's
kid.
the deciding factor anyway? What choice makes the timelines diverge?
It's the Somnium. Like the part when I was in her brain. Like, it's got two different branching paths, and one leads to this, and one leads to the other one. The one with, like, the little kid drawings or whatever led to this timeline, and then the one with, like, the weird, creepy
Okay, I
warehouse.
didn't see too much of that Somnium.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, even the earlier one with Mizuki, with, like, the giant bird cage, apparently that, like, will split off into a different plot line. I looked it up, and yeah, apparently there's, like, 5 different endings to the game, so there's at least one
Dang,
more.
this game is deep.
Yeah, split along the way.
I did not expect to get pulled into this wacky bullshit. But now I'm
Shall I
hooked.
tell you what
Like I
investigation
said,
HQ
every
thinks?
second of this game is just like a wild
Ota
new adventure.
Matsushita is a criminal
absolutely
stalker
have
who committed murder-suicide.
no... Like, I'm not prepared for anything that's about to happen. As soon as I think, like, okay,
Ota
I
had a selfish
get what's
love
going on,
for
it's like,
Iris.
nah.
He was under the delusion that Iris loved him too.
Also, just weird, I want to note this right now, I think that Aiba's AI girl thing has the boss's
But
hair.
Iris refused Ota. So Ota decided that he and Iris should be together in the afterlife.
She's got that one, like,
Killed her,
swoop
then
one down
killed
on the
himself.
top, I know, at least.
Yeah, I was kinda getting that impression.
She doesn't have her tits, though.
But it's like a weird copy of the boss.
That's ridiculous. Ota would never kill Iris. And how do you explain the other 2 murders? Iris's left eye was hollowed out.
Yeah, she models herself
Just like
after
Renju
Date's
and
type.
Shoko.
He wants to bang his boss.
Yeah.
Those 3 murders were definitely
Who doesn't?
executed by the same person. The new Cyclops killer.
I mean, Ruben, do you want to bang your boss?
There's no way that's Ota.
Exactly.
Too many pieces don't fit. Too many contradictions, like killing Iris.
Such
I
as...
want to bang Date's boss.
Oh.
The culprit was wearing a polar bear costume, probably to hide their identity. But if murder-suicide was the plan, the costume served no purpose.
Maybe he was thinking like this. The reason Iris and I can't be together is because her agency prohibits it, making the president, Renju, the ultimate bad guy in his mind.
Mizuki is Ota's close friend. Do you really think Ota would kill his friend's father?
Maybe.
Stay away from Tessa!
Ota showed himself on the stream. If he was gonna kill Iris and then himself, why would he do that? The only reason you would show yourself like that is to prove that you weren't the culprit. Ota and the polar bear on the screen at the same time would prove that they're not the same person. That behavior would be totally unnecessary if he was gonna commit suicide anyway.
So
Well,
we're
maybe he
sticking with
wasn't
this
planning
over
on dying
magical
at
girl
first.
timeline.
Okay, so here's my plan, is as soon as I'm able to, because, like, in the other timeline, I did this whole, not in this same room, but there was a whole discussion with the boss over what happened, and then it gave me an option of, like, oh, here, you can go to these different places, and I immediately went back to Date's place to talk to Mizuki, or whatever the fuck her name is, and that's when it revealed that she's a fucking magical girl. So, as soon as it gives me the option to go back home in this timeline, I'm gonna go and talk to her, and if she's still a fucking weird, super strong 12-year-old, then it's like, okay, I guess this is just the point where the game starts getting weird, and I'll go back to the other timeline.
After he killed Iris, he realized that he couldn't live with himself.
So he lies down on the workbench and turns on the ice-cutting machine himself? I don't buy it.
Shoko was married to Renju. Maybe he was trying to get at Renju by killing her.
That's a stretch. They've been divorced for years. Ota knows all about it. He wouldn't use Shoko to get to Renju.
There are some additional discrepancies. I analyzed the investigation report. Judging by his wound, Ota was stabbed in the side by a kitchen knife or something similar.
Are you sure?
I am.
Oh, I know that.
Well?
Ota could have stabbed himself.
Yeah,
Maybe he thought it would
okay.
be a fatal wound, but when it didn't work, he went for the ice-cutting machine.
Then, shouldn't we have recovered the kitchen knife from the scene?
Maybe he threw it in the ocean.
Boss, come on.
Like,
Ota
you're
goes out to the water,
literally just
stabs himself in
guessing
the gut,
wildly
throws
at
the
this
knife over
point.
the side, then walks back to the warehouse?
Well, I wasn't being serious. I didn't think Ota was the culprit from the beginning. I was just playing devil's advocate for HQ.
Oh yeah, okay.
Really?
Yes, really.
Anyway, Ota didn't kill anyone, and he didn't kill himself. Here's what I think happened.
Stay away from Tessa!
Ota
tried to
knew
fight
Iris was
back,
kidnapped,
but
so
he's
he
a
rushed
punk
onto the
bitch.
scene. That's when he saw the culprit wearing the polar bear costume. He tried to fight him off, but ended up being stabbed in the side. He was weakened and losing blood at the culprit's mercy. The culprit forced him into the costume, then under the ice-cutting machine. And then...
Then, who is the culprit?
I wish I knew.
We're up to 4 victims, but Ota was a special circumstance. He wasn't specifically targeted by the culprit.
Right. And he was the only one to not have his eye pulled out.
So let's focus on the 3 other victims. Shoko, Renju, and Iris. What connects these three?
Connections.
If you find a connection between the victims, you find a connection to the culprit. That's the theory of investigation, right?
You think the new Cyclops killer is related to them somehow?
Maybe, maybe not. That is a good starting point.
Mayumi had motive for killing Iris and Renju.
I mean...
Mayumi hated Iris, and she didn't think well of Lemnis Gate either.
That's
Since
a stretch.
Renju's the president... Anyway, the weak point is Renju's ex-wife, Shoko. I can't imagine why Mayumi would kill her. And above all else, she would never harm her only son, let alone kill him. Hitomi and Renju are definitely linked. They were high school classmates, and she did say that she met Shoko twice. But I can't imagine she would kill Iris in such a gruesome way, no matter what the circumstances were. It seems impossible to me. Renju and Shoko were connected to the Kumakuras, but there's no connection to Iris. Mizuki has the strongest connections with all three victims. Shoko and Renju were her parents, and she was close friends with Iris. She was good friends with Ota too. But that's why I could never believe Mizuki would kill all four of them. Thinking of her as a suspect is ridiculous.
I mean, she is the only one connected to all four of them.
Renju, Shoko, and So. There is a connection between Renju and Shoko through the Kumakuras, but again, I can't see any...
She's also hench AF.
I know Renju and Shoko, and I'm connected to Iris. But I have an alibi. Aside from Shoko, there's no way I could have killed any of them. No. Now that I think about it, Shoko too. I don't remember killing her. My memories from 6 years ago are missing, but I still have my memory of recent events. And if I start doubting myself now...
Date.
If I start
I can say
thinking
without
that
a
maybe
doubt that
I'm
there
the
is zero
killer, then...
possibility you are the new Cyclops killer. I have been working with you for years. I know better than anyone that you are innocent.
I thought it over, boss. Of the people I know, I can't peg any of them as the murderer.
And no leads to pursue?
No.
Then there's only one thing you can do. Continue your investigation. Do whatever it takes to get the culprit. To get justice for the victims.
You're right. Got it, boss.
Man, Kev is gonna be fucking, you know, super upset that he missed all this. Okay, here's the deciding factor.
Kev's probably still holding out for the time traveler timeline.
I mean, at this point, I honestly am not willing to rule anything out.
Mizuki must know about Iris and Ota.
Of course. The news was distributed heavily across the internet, not just in Japan, but worldwide. 3 days ago, Mizuki discovered her mother's body. 2 days ago, her father's. This morning, 2 of her best friends. It is completely understandable that she is at her mental limit.
This kid is
Can I
cursed.
be left alone for a while?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Aiba, contact Abyss. See if they can get Mizuki a good counselor.
Understood.
Oh, okay.
There's only 2 plates on it this time.
Yeah, but she was... No, that's the same amount as there was before.
Oh, I thought she was doing like 255.
No, I think that it said it was 220 pounds. Which still, for like a 12-year-old girl...
225 is respectable.
Yeah. Alright. It's back to the fucking original timeline.
Especially since she was lifting it with her forearms triceps.
And especially considering she's 12 and, like, is a scrawny fucking lolly. Wait a minute. I don't understand what this shit means. Alright.
Who might you be?
It's me, Kaname Date. We met yesterday. I gave you my card?
Oh. So how can I help you? Packing? What are you talking about?
I thought you came here to pack some of Ota's things for his hospital stay.
Ota? At the hospital? My boy's fine.
Oh god, she's got dementia.
You shouldn't say things like that to a mother.
Or something. It kind of implied that Iris fucking, like, used witchcraft on her to erase her memory or something.
Last night? What time?
Before 10 p.m.
Oh, I was already asleep by 10.
You were sleeping? That can't be.
Ota.
You left the diner to chase after Ota and Iris. I saw the whole thing
So
with my own left eye.
what happened in this timeline? He gets stabbed but not sliced and diced. And Iris escapes?
What happened was, yeah, Ota got stabbed. Iris got her eye plucked out, but, like, you get to the warehouse and she's just, like, laying there on the table. Like, she's not dead. The saw is still spinning, I'm pretty sure, or else it might just be, like, sitting there stationary. But yeah, you just get there, they're both kind of, like, incapacitated but alive. And then you, like, try and, Date runs out the back to chase the culprit, but, like, he doesn't, then it just skips to, like, the next day.
Not both
And now they're
your
both in the
eyes?
hospital.
Well...
Anyway, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't go anywhere last night. I was asleep. I was dreaming.
Dreaming?
Yes. A very nostalgic dream.
This woman killed her husband.
Do you know anything about this chocolate?
Oh, you like Odoroki Man?
Yes, actually. I was hooked on them at one point.
My Ota loves them too. When he was younger, he used to collect all the stickers. He was the best at it. Oh, this? This is a family photo from when Ota was still small. I wanted to look at it again.
What is that guy's face?
I'm a horrible mother. I've always caused trouble for my husband.
Does that guy
and
have a Hitler stash?
they've
It
helped
looks
me
like he
so
does.
many
It also looks
times.
like he doesn't have a
I am
like
such
a.
a burden. But
It doesn't. It looks like he doesn't have
always
eyes,
smiling.
but I can't really
They were
tell.
so kind. I remember a gift they gave me one Mother's Day.
Her husband still hasn't been seen at all in like this game
They
so
knew how
far.
much I liked floral
I'm pretty sure he's
patterns.
dead.
So they gave me this apron and a kitchen knife. Oh, I was so happy. I was crying and smiling.
He either has no eyes or that's an extremely racist caricature.
That's what this photo is from. It's kind of embarrassing, but isn't it such a nice photo?
Yes, that's very nice, Mayumi.
Oh, who knows?
Oh, I have no
What
clue.
the
I
fuck
did
is
some
with your
research on her
husband's
husband,
face?
Ota's father. His name is Matsushita.
Oh wow. Yeah. Yikes.
He died of myocardial infarction 5 years
Oh
ago.
yup.
What? What is going on
Oh
here?
yeah. So this lady's brain is not all there.
It was when my son had just started elementary school. I had Ota run an errand for me. And he was taking so long, and I was waiting. My husband said it was nothing to worry about, but I couldn't take it anymore and went to look for him. I found him at a traffic signal, crying. He said he couldn't come home because the signal was still red. But it was one of those crossing signals you have to push. That boy didn't even notice it. He just stood in front of that red light. So stubborn. So stupidly honest. Ah, that's my Ota. He
That's
was
my
so
Ota.
cute. I
Stupid as a
couldn't help
rock.
it.
Date, I noticed something. Can you look at Mayumi with the thermal imaging turned on?
She's got a cold brain. What the fuck?
Do you see it?
Part of her brain is blue,
That might be due to low blood flow in that part of the brain.
which means...
She does not have an advanced
Mayumi
brain.
has an illness. I have checked her
Smooth
hospital
brain.
records. For the past 6 years, Mayumi has been suffering from dementia.
Oh, that's not
Dementia.
funny, actually.
Symptoms vary considerably, but Mayumi appears to be afflicted by memory loss. She seems to be missing memories.
I see.
She's got the
So that's
oatmeal
where those
brain
weird
syndrome.
comments were coming from. Can she run a diner like that?
It isn't running.
do you
Biden
mean?
brain.
Matsushita
Joe
Diner
Biden
has been
got to her
closed for
too.
8 years. Matsushita Diner is near the Kabasaki district.
Huh.
It is not technically within the restricted area. However, after the chemical plant explosion,
Gonna have
the
to
number
start
of potential
using
customers
cold
must have
brain
dropped
for
considerably.
Joe.
Cold brain.
Before the accident, this diner managed quite well due to its proximity to Bloom Park. Patrons from Bloom Park would often eat here, being the cheaper option, but Bloom Park closed 8 years ago.
Oh yeah, so Jordan, I went back and tried this older timeline, and turns out in it, fucking Iris and Ota
Power.
both die.
Oh.
Yeah. So, it turns out that's the dark timeline.
customers stopped coming. And then, naturally...
Reed played himself.
Yeah, I completely threw myself for a ringer.
Stores closed.
I do not think so.
I thought it was gonna be a thing like in, you know, in True Crime Streets of LA, how, like, depending on which, like, story path you take, it can get, like, really weird and you're fighting, like, dragons and kung fu wizards and shit like that. I thought it was one of those things where, like, uh-oh, I took the weird timeline path and now there's, like, super girls and, you know, fucking whatever.
Because of the dimension?
But I guess it's just this is the point when the game starts getting loopy.
Yes.
I can't believe it.
So how the hell has she been, like,
all?
paying the bills on this place
I have to start preparing for the dinner shift.
if this restaurant is actually closed?
Date, let's go. It's better that you leave things be.
You're right.
We shouldn't seek medical help for this woman at all. She's actually just, like, chopping her own fingers off. Alrighty. Yeah, fucking Iris and Ota both get sawn in half in that timeline, which is pretty fucked up.
How did you get in?
Hopped over the fence.
That's trespassing, you know.
My baseball landed in your backyard. I was just trying to get it back.
I don't know anything. Even if I did, I couldn't tell you. I'm sworn to confidentiality. Congressman Sajima was at home all Friday and Saturday.
How about from last night until this morning?
He was in his bedroom, resting.
Can you prove that?
My word should be enough.
Iba, are there any security cameras in the mansion?
There are several, but for some reason, they are all powered off. There is no image data for the past few days.
Really? That's too suspicious to ignore.
No?
It's this girl.
Cute.
What was that?
Nothing.
You just said cute, didn't you?
I did not.
You did.
Did not.
Did?
I said shoot.
Why would you say shoot?
Look, I said I don't know her, all right?
Lol.
Look, Iba, a giant salamander.
Mr. Sajima is a wealthy man. Perhaps it is his pet.
Really?
Really?
Well, that is strange. Why is Reika from the Cabaret Club over there?
That's a lantern. It doesn't look anything like her.
Wout?
I think he was making fun of, like, one of the strippers that Date likes, or something.
I told you yesterday. My relationship with them is perfectly legitimate.
Hey, Iba, you were still in the middle of the story about So selling and buying the Kawasaki land.
Oh, we can continue that later.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not pertinent information or anything.
I don't. Who is that?
This girl. Do you recall seeing her?
No, I've never seen her.
I detect no noticeable rise in So's body temperature.
This guy's a politician. Lying is his job.
Well, true.
Here, sleeping, of course. Why? What happened?
Did you not see the news?
No, I've been reading a book. I don't know what happened, but whatever it was, I had nothing to do with it.
Are you finished here?
I'm just getting started.
You won't get anything, no
I mean,
matter
this
what
does
you
seem
ask.
like kind of a waste of time.
So Sajima has nothing to do with your case.
He does
It's
seem
my
like
job
he's,
to decide that,
you know,
not
very
yours.
tangentially, if at all, connected to any of this.
I didn't want to get rough. But if I need to, I'll feed you to the koi.
I'd like to see you try.
Date, he's not all talk.
What?
Check his body.
Check his body. He's got a gun.
This guy has a handgun.
It is, of course, real and loaded.
Oh, are we gonna get
So
another
you're carrying,
shooty?
huh?
What are
And
you
a
talking
huge
about?
Don't act dumb. I should have you arrested for firearm violation.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The gun you have on you.
I don't have a gun.
I know that you do.
You got a way to prove it?
I could search you.
Oh yeah? How? You need a warrant for that.
Ah, shit, right. All that cop shit that I'm supposed to, you know,
Are you finished?
be doing. I mean, strictly
If you
speaking,
are
you should
done
have a
here,
warrant
I'd
to
like
be
to ask
on
you
the
to leave.
grounds here.
Date, I don't believe we can accomplish anything further here. It's better for us to return to HQ.
This is why I hate politicians.
This is why I hate politicians. You can't just break into their homes and interrogate them.
Are you okay?
Date.
The nurse told me you were here.
Yes, just resting. Iris's surgery was successful. They told me she would be fine. After I heard that, a weight left my shoulders, and
And now she'll have a
just
gimmick.
collapsed.
She's gonna be the only pop idol who has an eye patch.
It seems that she passed out and was brought here.
Yeah, the nurse told me.
But I'm fine now. I feel much better. Iris lost her left eye.
Join the
They
club.
haven't found it yet. If the optic nerve and blood vessels are intact, they told me they might be able to restore it. But I'm thankful she's alive. When I was young, I lost someone very important to me. Monica Ui, my best friend. One of the only friends I had.
Oh, she was one of the victims of the fucking
While I was waiting for news from Iris' surgery, I started thinking about
original
Monica.
Cyclops killer, maybe?
And I felt like I was going to lose my mind.
That must have been very painful.
Yes. I am so thankful for Oda. No, words don't even do it justice.
It was a fucking setup.
Oda saved
Oda
Iris,
did it.
didn't he? I heard the police talking about it. If Oda didn't go to the warehouse that night, Iris would be dead.
Well, not necessarily.
I really don't even know what to say. It's frustrating that there isn't a bigger word for thank you.
Hitomi, what were you doing around 3 a.m. today? I don't mean anything by it. I'm just doing my job.
I was sleeping at home. The police came and picked me up around 4 a.m. That's when I heard about all this.
Her testimony matches what was in the investigation material.
The cops came to pick her up around 4?
Correct.
How long does it take to get from Hitomi's house to the warehouse?
20 to 25 minutes by car.
And the polar bear ran out of the warehouse at around 3:15?
The polar
Correct.
bear.
If you're fast, you can just make it.
Do you suspect Hitomi?
Not necessarily, but...
I mean, we did only see the polar bear use its one hand. Wait, was it the... Yeah, no, it couldn't have been her. It used its fucking other hand, I think.
Oda was actually one of my students. I was his teacher in elementary school. Even back then, he had such a strong sense of justice. Not that I'm one to say, but I believe he grew up to be quite an amazing young man. He risked his own life to save someone else.
Did he, though?
His mother must have raised him well. So, Sejima? The politician?
Yes. We believe they might know each other.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Sorry for asking you so many questions at a time like this.
No, it's fine.
I should go.
Oh, alright. Am I not able to see Ota and Iris?
Peekaboo.
Pardon me?
When Iris was little, we used to play hide and seek. Seeing that curtain made me think about it.
Alrighty then.
Before we reach HQ, let's summarize our investigation so far. Likely because you haven't had a good night's sleep.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been this busy.
If my body were made of flesh, I would offer my lap as a pillow.
Or getting horny again.
What? You can't say something like that
alert.
out of the blue. Now it's awkward.
Oh god, now I'm getting a boner.
Mayumi is suffering from dementia.
Yeah, okay, I think she doesn't quite have exactly the boss's hair, but it's like similar.
If Mayumi followed Ota and Iris, it is highly likely that she saw the person in the polar bear costume. But...
She might not remember.
correct. Mizuki did not have any new information about Okiura Fishery. Currently, it seems there is nothing linking that company to Renju.
Still, something's not right.
Something's not right. That little girl has superpowers.
There is only
I feel like it's weird that we have
circumstantial
not brought that up
evidence
until just
linking Sojima
now.
to the new Cyclops serial killings.
I agree, but there has to be more to it. The Kumakuras had connections to both victims. So has a connection to the Kumakuras. There's a common link there. They have to be involved somehow. So also might have connections to Iris.
Because So appeared in Iris's Somnium?
He also appeared, like, as a head on a woman's body, so, like, are we gonna fucking treat this as though it's, like, hard evidence?
I am more interested in the hired guns that So uses as bodyguards. I did some research and discovered that Mr. Sejima hires substantial security. If all of his security staff are this heavily armed, the Kuza gangs pale in comparison.
Heavily armed. I mean, like, yeah, he's got a pistol, but, like, I wouldn't exactly say that that's
So trying to
heavily
start trouble.
armed.
Unknown, but there is definitely more than he is letting on.
I'm gonna assume that guns are illegal in
That
Japan.
Yakuza guy had a Gatling gun.
Yeah, exactly. That's heavily armed.
There is an important piece of news.
What is it?
The Odoroki Man chocolate found at the warehouse. Fingerprints were found on it.
Whose?
Ota's.
Mayumi Matsushida's.
What?
Mayumi bought the chocolate at the convenience store 812 on Koshu. This was captured on security footage. 812 stores are commonly called 8s. 8 is not far from the Famisto where Ota stole the station wagon.
Hold on a second. I'm having trouble keeping the facts straight.
Allow me to summarize.
Please.
Boy, I wish I had a
The chocolate was purchased
fucking
yesterday
computer
at
in my brain that
10:33
could
PM.
organize all of my fucking scrambled thoughts for me.
That's the same time Ota stole that car.
Correct.
What conclusions can we draw from that?
Unknown. All that is known for certain is that Mayumi bought the chocolate at an 8 store last night, and that same chocolate somehow ended up in the warehouse.
Did she go there and drop it?
It is possible.
Well, today has been not very
Sorry
productive.
to interrupt your brainstorming, but there's a call from the boss.
Connect me.
The boss.
Date, did you hear that Iris's operation is over?
I guess it's basically the same hair. It's just like a bit more like fucking rigid because she's like a, you know,
Yeah,
Tron
I
person.
heard about it at the hospital. She made it, right?
Yes, but she's still unconscious. She's currently in the ICU. No visitors allowed.
The ICU.
All right.
Ota, however, seems like he can talk now.
He's out of treatment?
Yeah, he's in a general ward now.
I'm gonna beat the
Got
shit
it.
out of that
I'll
kid.
head over.
I'll meet you there.
I was just at this place.
How are you feeling, Ota?
You know, surprisingly, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm still under anesthesia, so I don't have any pain.
All right, that's good.
Ota, I'm sorry to put this on you right after your surgery, but can you talk to us for a minute?
Maybe it was the boss's rockin' tits.
Yeah, sure.
Is it a bedside table when you move it away from the bed?
I suppose then it's just a table.
Also, it's not a table, it's a fucking like it's a drawer. It's like a chest of drawers or a fucking dresser or something.
Hey, Date, when are you planning on leaving? The good stuff is gonna come on soon.
You're not watching that tonight.
No whacking off in the hospital bed. Jesus, that's unsanitary.
Hey, Date, I don't think I can sleep by myself tonight. Will you sleep with me?
Why me?
Oh, then that old woman over there is fine.
Old woman?
Oh yeah. You hit me over the head with that walk, didn't you?
Oh, that was... I thought I needed to protect Tessa, so...
Isn't there something you want to say to me?
Sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, did fucking Date ever get his head checked after being clocked in the head with a
You're not
walk?
gonna get a second chance.
Walk clock?
I won't do it again. I swear on Ganesha.
Definitely has brain damage.
You should swear to a god that's a little
already
closer.
had
Without
brain
for how
damage.
many hours?
Like he was there for like 5 fucking hours or something. Because it was like 10 or yeah, it was like 10 or something when he got hit in the head, and then it was like 3 a.m. when he got to the warehouse. But I mean, yeah, just point of fact, he already had brain damage before getting hit in the head with the walk, so I don't know if that would make it worse, or hey, maybe it would fix it, who knows.
I'm kind of interested in Ota.
In me?
You protected the woman you love. That's not easy to do.
Wow face.
Oh, hi, Kev.
Sex?
I wanted to meet the brave little hero.
Hero?
Little? I'm 24.
To me, you're still little.
Horniness rising.
If I did, I would have told you already.
Alright, no need to get all snippy about it.
Boss's best girl.
Her surgery was successful, right?
Yeah, thanks to you. If you weren't there, Iris would have been in real trouble.
I'm Tessa's
I mean,
biggest
Boss
fan.
is like one of 2 girls in this game.
Any fan would have done what I did. It's nothing special. It's as normal as garlic and ramen.
I think that depends on preference.
Honestly, I'm a little bit scared of my new power. When I locked eyes with that polar bear, I saw him start shaking. He saw how strong I was and got scared, no doubt.
Ota's body temperature is rising.
He's embellishing his story quite a bit.
I think we can let that go today.
Yeah, he's embellishing his story quite a bit because he was the fucking polar bear too.
Right.
I'll have you know, Iris's mom exists too.
Okay, fine. There's Boss, Iris's mom, Iris, I guess technically Iba, the
and
receptionist.
The old granny. Solid point from Kev.
Granny doesn't count. She's got dementia, Kevin. You can't. That's not cool.
Were you watching the stream? A big polar bear.
Yes, I'm talking about who was inside. Did you see them?
No. Whoever it was probably wearing that
I
costume
like
to
that
hide their
Reed is
identity.
like, there's not that many girls in this game, after previously saying, there's not that many men in this game.
That was Kevin who said there was not that many men in this game.
I guess maybe they're all
I'll
just
leave this to you,
fake.
Date.
And also, obviously, Mizuki doesn't count, so take that thought out of your head right now, Kevin.
That's...
I don't know, how would a tiny girl lift 200 lbs? She must actually butt at least 1/8.
Sorry. I promised that I wouldn't tell anyone.
This is a fucking police investigation,
Why is
Ota.
THOT
People are
blocked?
dead.
And I'll tell Iris about your fake accounts.
Gondot.
You know what happens after that, right? Everything you built up here is gonna come crashing down.
But I can't tell you.
Why not? Calm down and think about it. The criminal who attacked Iris is still out there. Iris might have seen the criminal's face. Whoever did this might come back to kill her.
No.
If you want to protect her, the fastest way is for us to catch this guy. But to do that, I need information.
Information. Information.
Okay.
About that thing?
You mean after hitting you with the walk?
Yes.
I took Tessa in the van and we ran away. I drove for a while, then we decided to take a breather. I parked the car at Famisto on Koshu. I told Tessa I was gonna go in and buy something to drink. I got out of the car, but then I heard Tessa screaming, "Ota, help!" I ran out of the store as fast as I could, but the car was driving away. I looked around, and I saw there was a car with its engine still on, and...
The station wagon, right?
Yeah. Before I even realized what I was doing, I was behind the steering wheel. I didn't mean to steal it. I just needed to borrow it.
The time was 10:33 p.m. Now we know why Ota stole the station wagon.
I took the car, then drove out onto Koshu, but I couldn't find the van
I don't know
anywhere.
why Thought would be blocked, because I'm pretty sure Jordan unblocked that yesterday.
I searched for what felt like hours.
You didn't contact the police?
I thought after I hit you.
You shouldn't have worried about that.
No, I can only allow
But
shit.
that's all that I was thinking at the
Matt,
time.
I think he just let my messages through.
Oh.
Which route is this? Is this the one where we kill a bunch of kids' drawings?
Yes, Kevin, this is still that one. You missed the part. I did go back and try out this route, but as it turns out, this one ends with Ota and Iris both dying by being sawed in half. So it turns out this was the dark timeline after all.
Dot.
I don't know, I can write it.
I thought that if I called the cops, they'd arrest me. I wasn't thinking clearly. I was panicking. And that's why I didn't realize it right away.
Realize what?
My phone. I'd left my new phone in the car.
Why's that so important?
Because the phone had GPS on it. If I looked it up, I would find the location of the van.
Smart.
So I drove as fast as I could to an internet cafe and looked it up. That's when I found out my new phone was at a warehouse near the water. You know the rest.
I don't buy it.
Does this jog your memory?
Oh, that.
What? Do you know something about it? You don't have to show me the thermograph. It's written all over his face.
Absolutely.
A Five Nights at Freddy's theme chips?
I think it
Did
was
you see me turn off the saw?
themed.
Yeah, but everything after
When's
that was
the
off
Five
screen.
Nights at Freddy's playthrough?
Never.
What happened?
I honestly don't remember much. My mind went blank. I remember rushing the bear.
I remember taking the bear costume off and then going to flip that switch.
And I think I was
because you
fighting
never
him
saw
for a
both
while.
of them on screen at the same time, so he's full of shit.
And we got tangled up, and then before I knew it, he got me in the stomach with a knife.
You really got it in for this kid, huh?
He's
Remember
totally
when I
full
told
of
you
shit,
about
and
my
he
day
hit me in the
Saturday?
head with a goddamn
I
frying pan.
kind of
No one
lied a
explains a
little.
situation like that. Kill this kid.
What did you lie about?
Damn son,
When I got
you
to
mad.
Sunfish Pocket,
Otis
I saw a
innocent,
sign
leave
that
him
said the
alone.
place was all rented out.
He's just a simp.
That part is true.
No, kill him.
But after that, I said I went home, but I didn't. I was hanging out in Akihabara for a few hours.
Is that when you bought your new phone?
Yeah.
Why did you hide that?
Where does this guy get his money? Does he have a job?
Because
What does he do?
something happened after. This must have been about 8:50. I was
He
going
hacks
across the
bank.
intersection in Akiba,
Professional
and I saw
simp.
Mr. Okiura's car at the light.
He shit posts.
I mean, being a professional simp is gonna make him more poor than it is gonna make him rich,
But
because
when I
all he
got
does
close-
is buy fucking Iris's merchandise.
I saw Tessa driving it.
Iris was driving it?
Whoa! You surprised me!
He's funded by
I'm more
Iris.
surprised than you
Dude.
are. Is something wrong?
What do you mean?
They said they're special about each other.
Hey, Tessa, do you have a license?
Oh, yeah, of course I do. Not have one.
You don't have a license?
Shh. Mr. Okiura asked me to run an errand. I had to borrow his car.
This seems
Please
suspicious.
don't tell anyone.
Okay.
You promise?
Anything for you. After that, the light turned green and she drove off.
Was Iris the only one in the car?
Yeah, it was just her.
Were there any steel drums in the car?
That's what I meant by that thing. And idle driving without a license is a huge deal. So I kept quiet.
Saturday at 6:15 p.m., Ota saw Iris and Renju together. They were leaving the Sunfish Pocket building. 2.5 hours later, Ota witnessed Iris driving Renju's car. What are your thoughts?
This is sounding really bad for Iris.
But consider the current
we
circumstances.
worry about the most wrong shit about the wrong times.
Iris had her left eye taken out by a criminal who is possibly the new Cyclops killer.
Jesus fuck, this is a serial murder
and if Ota had not reached
investigation.
her in time, she would have been killed.
And he's worrying about driving without a
What
license.
is going on here? Just to make absolutely certain, you didn't see who was in the suit?
No, I didn't.
Voice? Body type?
Nothing. Sorry.
Anything at all you can remember?
Let's put him in the brain machine.
I'm sorry, I told you everything. I can't think of anything else.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Date, look.
Oh, come on. After all this, what is he trying to hide?
Date, Ota is acting strange. I advise caution.
What do you mean?
You funded a brain machine. He's hiding his boner. Use the
He's
shit.
got a knife under the bed. Oh! Oh! How the fuck did he get that?
I don't believe it.
He's holding a knife.
Why does he have that?
In any case, you
No,
know what you
that's
have
his
to do
boner.
now.
I know.
Oh, I'm gonna have to shoot this kid.
His longsword is pretty short. Gotta kill Ota.
Let me go! Let me go!
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Shut up! Just let me go!
Sleeping gas. Now you've done it. I can't question
like
him
the
like
boss.
this.
Give him the gas.
But you can still get information
Hopping in this fucking guy's
inside
brain.
his head.
The machine.
Man, this is quick.
Oh man. Deep dive into his weird sex-fueled brain. Ota's dreams are going to be... Finally. Gonna have to hack his brain.
Yeah, this
More
might be
machine shit.
this might be the
Most
horniest part of the
horny
game coming up.
Won't be a
I
problem.
hope we get to see
But
all his hentai
You
fetishes.
sure this is okay? Ota just came out of surgery.
If anything
Enter the
happens, I'll take
hornyverse.
responsibility.
But
It's fine. Just get it done.
Good enough for me.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Ethics only get in the
This
way
is
of
going
scientific
to be like looking
progress.
into Kevin's brain. I love you, Peter. Just big-tittied hentai girls everywhere. Nah, there are
Can you
genres.
please take me with you?
I'm
As
sure
long
he
as I have
likes the gore
Wi-Fi, I
genres.
don't need anything else.
sorry, we can't have pets.
The fucked up shit.
Cold-hearted old man.
Is this the cold storage warehouse?
That's
Seems to
why
be.
he's killing and ice-sexing girls.
Not a manga cafe? Or an otaku shop?
No, but a warehouse is a commonly used location in live-action dramas.
And I mean, this is also the fucking place
You
where
know
the
a lot.
crime
Predicting
happened.
this, I did some research on Ota's taste.
I see. By the way, are you smaller?
Either that, or everything else is bigger.
Interesting.
Hey, that's...
He knows too much about this warehouse.
Iris is about to be...
Stop right there!
I mean,
It's
not...
so specific.
Heavens call. The earth cries out. The crowds roar. Oh,
Nice.
hold on, Tessa. I will
Here we
save
go.
you. Yeah!
He's a Sentai.
I
Oh,
will
geez.
protect Tessa.
He's the great Saiyaman.
Is this from the stream we saw earlier?
This is Ota's memory of it.
Naruto
It
runs to
appears
the
to be
switch.
a bit exaggerated.
Alright, let's help reproduce the memory.
Somnium scan. Activate.
Why is she in a box?
I don't know. Because people's brains are weird.
Tiny waifu in a box.
Curse you, polar bear! I will vanquish you!
I gotta run and get a drink really quick. By the way, Jordan, are
The
you gonna eat
music
that
in this
pizza that's in
stream
the
fucking
fridge?
slaps.
It's been in there for like 2 days.
But if I rush in, I'll slip on the ice and fall! Like this.
Yeah, you know I haven't eaten since like breakfast yesterday. Man, what's your
Damn
height?
it! If I go in like that, I'll have nothing to show for it!
Why is he in that position?
I don't
Such
know
a
what that
goddamn
was
chore
exactly,
having to
but
eat
the
every
knowledge you
day.
gained might be useful.
I did not want to use my
Right.
local storage space for this.
I have a small bag of chips. I might numb
The
that.
ice on the floor is slick.
You so tin, why?
No doy, lady.
Jump it. Like a
The
sentai.
orthodox method. Understood. Huh?
Oh, I mean, it worked, I guess.
Are you laughing at me?
No, not at all.
Those who don't fight won't survive! Ah!
Oh shit, boys, it's gonna split.
I told you. I have this on my wish list now, but it's like 6.5.
He's too strong!
Yeah, like I said, it was on sale on the PlayStation Store, which is why I ended up getting it.
Tessa, may the glory of victory be yours!
It's over.
I suppose we have no choice but to find the glory of victory.
Escort him to the green shelf, escort him to the red shelf.
How are you
Wait,
supposed
wait,
to know which one is the one
wait.
that doesn't fuck their story up?
I don't think...
There's no hints or anything.
I mean, that's the thing, Kevin. I think it's just supposed to be...
It's like hitting a TV or turning the dial.
Yeah.
How do we know? Brew, it's a visual novel, just get all the endings, Kevin.
Yeah, I mean,
You
there's
don't
also
need a
that.
hint, you twat.
And I mean,
No,
also,
fuck you.
this is just his memory, so either way, him and Iris are still alive, so, you know.
Get good ending first try or die.
I don't know, what are we
That's
thinking?
how I do things.
Red shelf or green shelf?
I like how looking this up on Steam. It's obviously green shelf cause green is the symbol of good.
I mean, fair
The
point.
algorithm is like, similar to games you played, Wolfenstein 2.
A plate attached to the shelf. The cold has frosted over it.
Basically the same thing.
Then, something
Falcon
strange
Punch.
happened.
What's happening?
I mean, yeah, it originally suggested it to me because it was like, oh, because you played Return of the Obra Dinn, which, I mean, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
What is this?
Also, even, like, okay,
This
so...
is way better than Obradin.
Oh! It's his mom's fucking flower knife.
Tessa!
But yeah, I like how, like, in his heroic reimagining of the events of this, it's still gonna end with him getting fucking stabbed.
If this was another, I would have died already. Next time, he will get me.
Chick stick
It's
scars.
just destiny. No! I will fight destiny and win!
Wow, 2 perfect tries in a
So
row.
he says.
Can we
I'm
get
the
it
one
done?
who has to help him.
We have to make Hero of Justice Ota fight back and look cool doing it.
Counterattack ignited. Move the wooden box.
You've got 4 minutes.
I'm gonna have to use the forklift probably.
A forklift.
Pray?
Sortie.
What? Sortie?
It's obviously Sortie.
This is Ota's world,
Sortie
right?
the fish.
Your role in this dream is to assist Ota in his fight against the polar bear.
Lousy Ota. Thanks to him, my image as a cool
Fucking
intellectual
rude.
has been destroyed. All systems green. Synchronization rate 6%. Now, cargo
an
handling car.
intellectual.
Forklift. Sortie!
Hey, forklift! Fork over that weapon now!
God, this kid is so
can't
easy to
stand.
predict.
I'm weak!
Did he really help Iris like that?
We have no choice but to have Ota do it. We need him to stand up.
I would've stopped being a little bitch.
You have 3 minutes, Dante.
Disarm the foe.
If only Iva could show him her titties. He would be filled with energy.
Ota is still down.
Use Ota's stomach as a sheath. Motivate with dem titties. I'm sure it's all the same.
Ota will feel the worth of Iris's peace when he grasps it.
The ghost inside me whispered. That's right. I can't run away now. I can't sacrifice Tessa. Awaken the soul!
This is so good.
I mean, again, this all still ends with him getting fucking stabbed.
There!
We got a badass here.
That's brutal.
That was the most anticlimactic shank ever. WTF.
He got stabbed by his own mom.
Or was it? Well, alright, go back and try the red ending. His dad.
I'm not gonna go back at every option.
That was too late enough.
No, his dad is dead. His dad's been dead for like fucking 6 years or something.
Maybe his dad just became a polar bear.
Yeah, it's like that movie Jack
Sorry that I
Frost.
had to get rough with you, kid.
Seriously, dude? Come on.
So sorry, Ota. Date told me to be the bad cop.
I did not.
Temper, temper.
Someone, hey, Kev, I got a project for you. You know the sweating towel guy meme? Do one of Ota.
Whatever. Anyway, Ota, I have some things I want to ask you. I'm not gonna beat around the bush, let me get right down to it. Your mother, Mayumi Matsushita, was at the warehouse, wasn't she?
What are you talking about?
Was she there?
Why would she be? That happened at 3 a.m. She was at home asleep.
Then why did we find evidence at the crime scene?
Evidence?
Sure, it might not prove she was there.
But yeah, we've got evidence, but it,
makes
it might not
likely.
prove anything, but you know.
The evidence is...
Date's kind of a terrible cop.
The polar bear dropped the weapon in Ota's Somnium.
Yeah, but we didn't find the
It was
actual
the
knife in
floral
real
patterned
life.
kitchen knife. On the handle were the words, "Mom, I love you always. Date." From this, we can conclude that the knife...
I know.
It's gonna be the chocolate.
The Hodoroki man chocolate.
The same one I showed you at the hospital. I found it in the corner of the cold storage warehouse.
So? That doesn't prove anything.
Mayumi's fingerprints were on the package.
What?
You have a bad poker face, Ota. Your reaction tells me Mayumi didn't give this to you and you dropped it on your own.
That information is confirmed.
Wait,
Ota's
what?
fingerprints were not found on the package.
Mom isn't the killer!
I didn't say that she was. I'm saying that she was at the scene. And so were you.
Wait a minute. Why do you think Mayumi isn't the killer, Ota?
Because I was face to face with that polar bear when we fought. I could tell it wasn't my mom even through the costume. And no matter what happened, there's no way that my mom would stab me.
I mean,
Why
your
are you
mom does
covering
have
for her?
dementia.
Covering?
That's why you're lying to me, right?
I'm
She's got a
not.
cold brain.
Are you sure about that? You must have seen direct evidence of Mayumi being at the warehouse. But you're hiding that from us. Or maybe even you're starting to suspect her.
I am not.
Sure.
What are you accusing me of anyway? What do you think I'm hiding?
A video camera and laptop were discovered in the warehouse.
His mom wants to
Either could have
protect
been
her
left by
from
the
rich
criminal,
girls
but
and kills
determining the
anyone
owner
who
through
she thinks
purchase
would
history
take
will
him
be
away from
difficult.
her.
No fingerprints
her
were
mom's
picked up
good.
either.
Reed, you can have that pizza if you want it. Fridge Panago kinda soup. X.
2 cars were parked in front of the warehouse.
No. Give it to me.
One was the van owned by the Matsushita family. Ota's fingerprints were detected on the driver's seat and steering wheel. Iris's fingerprints were detected on the passenger seat. The other car was a station wagon. Yesterday at 10:33 p.m., Ota stole
Okay,
the
so here's what
station
happened.
wagon.
The mom went out, got in the van, drove off with Iris. She fucking stopped at a convenience store or something like that to grab those chocolates, and then Ota, like, chased her there or something, and then had to steal that car.
It was parked at the Famisto along Koshu Highway.
And then followed
Ota
her to
explained his reasoning for stealing the car. He claims that while he was inside the Famisto, someone took off with the van, with Iris still inside.
his mama.
Ota decided to steal the station wagon parked nearby to give pursuit. Ota searched for the van in his stolen vehicle. Our investigation determined that Iris and the van were taken 1 minute before Ota stole the station wagon. This puts the incident occurring at 10:32 p.m.
Kill this kid.
Okiura Fishery is a however, the man and allegedly,
The kitchen knife, with a floral pattern. Mom, I love you always, is carved on the handle.
Yo, WTF.
Keep your pants on.
Don't just
Ota
leave
gave me
US
that
in the
knife
middle
for
of this
Mother's
event.
Day when he was in elementary school. He knows how much I love flowery designs.
You can
You were
get your
stabbed by
pizza
the
on
very same
downtime.
knife.
How do you know that? The criminal ran away with the knife. No one was supposed to see it.
I knew it.
No, my mom didn't do it.
Then why did you not mention the kitchen knife earlier?
Because I know how it looks. I thought Mom would get accused,
I hope you get to go into Mayumi's cold
and then she
brain.
would have been brought in here and interrogated. I didn't want to put her
Because
through
I
that.
did IT.
And?
Mom never liked Tessa. So maybe, just maybe, Mom hired someone to kill Tessa, and she gave them that kitchen knife. I don't know. I thought of it that way. Like that would ever happen. I know
Big
it
if
sounds
true.
crazy, but after I saw that knife, I just lost it. Please, you have to believe me. Mom isn't a serial killer.
Yeah, I agree.
This kid's
You do?
dialogue is fucking insane. Kill him.
I do. I don't think it's possible for Mayumi to have kidnapped Iris. Because
you did. Mm-hmm.
Stream.
Mm.
Streaming.
What?
the
No, it's not
Matsushita's
streaming.
van was stolen from the parking lot of the
Oh, I
Famisto while
guess I'm
Iris was in the
retarded.
car. That was yesterday, 10:32 p.m. 1 minute later at the 812, which was about 100 yards away, Meiichi entered the 812 about a minute earlier. This was all caught on security cameras at the store. That means it's impossible that Mayumi could have taken the van. And that means that Mayumi being the polar bear is also next to impossible.
Phew.
However, I can't completely clear her.
What?
You said it yourself. She could have hired someone to commit the crime.
But that was...
In any case, I need to hear from Mayumi herself. I need to hear her explain the chocolate, the knife. There's a lot to cover. I'm gonna head to Matsushita Diner.
What? Hey, wait a minute!
Don't worry. I'm not going there to arrest her. I'm going there to clear her of suspicion.
Really?
Yes.
You won't arrest her?
Your mother wouldn't kill anyone. Right, Ota?
Thank you, Date.
Are we sure about that? Also, I'm going to mention right now that I'm not going to be playing this uninterrupted
The
for
Secret Art of Lying.
another 8 hours. I might have to stop for a little bit and then I can continue, a little bit later, perhaps.
WTFY.
Because I got other
Sorry for the late night, Miss Matsushita.
Fiend.
I got other shit going on, Jay.
But I have some questions I need to ask you.
At least finish one ending.
Could you spare some time?
No, you fucking don't.
Yes, I do.
That's a lie. You're in isolation.
I'm gonna be watching The Mummy, okay?
I finally remembered about the warehouse. I did it. I did
That's dumb.
everything.
This is way better.
Yeah, and I'll get back to it after I'm done
Wow.
watching a movie.
She just admits to it.
Yeah, but she doesn't know what she's admitting to because she's she's got cold brains.
I didn't do this last night because I wanted to give you a chance to calm down. How are you, now that you've slept on it?
What are you talking about?
I'll be honest, I don't think you're the killer. You're giving us a false confession.
No, it's true. I kidnapped that witch. I took her to the warehouse and...
Put her on the table and pulled her eyeball out?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the polar
I
bear
did IT
costume?
too.
I bought it through mail order.
And you were the one wearing it?
Yes, that's right.
Bought it with what money, lady?
Date, the criminal has confessed. Arrest her
I got
immediately.
it through mail as well.
You got to the top of Abyss acting like that?
I heard that she used to be an actress.
Sounds about right.
My son is under that witch's spell. Merchandise, concerts. She's bleeding him dry.
Is Reed going to get
I
COVID?
wanted to snap him out of it. I wanted to save him.
I'm not leaving the house.
Because the world needs to see that witch die.
Just a quick question, Mayumi. Do you know anything about online streaming?
I'm not stupid. I might be old, but...
Could you explain it to me?
Huh?
Step by step. Just tell me what you did.
I can't explain it in words. It's more like muscle memory. I was able to get it working after trying a few times, that's all.
Dude.
I picked them out of the garbage.
Like
Which
MOD.
garbage?
I don't remember. It's true.
I like this
planned
chick.
the whole thing. Because I just hated her so much. Killing her wasn't enough. Well...
You were in the polar bear costume, right? That means you stabbed him.
Yes! I stabbed him with the knife I brought from home. I wasn't trying to hurt him. He fought me, and then it just...
What do you know about the Cyclops killer? We call the criminal we're after the new Cyclops killer.
I know. They killed Shoko Nadami and Renju Okiura.
That's right. Both corpses were found with their left eye pulled out, same as Iris. This leads us to believe that the crimes were all committed by the same person. So this person in the polar bear costume, they are the new Cyclops killer. And you're telling me that person is you? You killed Shoko and Renju?
Yes, I killed them.
Why you lying?
Well, I don't remember.
What do you mean you don't remember? Do you really think that lie is gonna work?
I have a memory disorder. I don't always remember everything. It's not my fault.
But you remember the cold storage warehouse.
There are times I remember.
That's the last thing you do.
I don't remember.
I don't think it matters what order you ask questions in. It's not like this is
Date,
fucking
Mayumi is not
LA
lying
Noir.
about that in particular. There are circumstances that might cause selective memory. For whatever reason,
We're fucking
her memory might
role-playing.
not have been. This is not uncharacteristic for those suffering from dementia.
Isn't Renju Okiura the president of that awful company where the witch works? He's just as responsible, using her to steal time and money from vulnerable kids. And I'm sure he was debaucherous and degenerate. That man is the root of all evil. That's why I killed him. Renju's ex-wife, right? I did it to get to him.
But the two divorced 4 years ago.
That doesn't matter. The bonds of matrimony are eternal.
In your opinion, I don't think Renju felt the same way.
You are really starting to aggravate me.
What are you gonna do?
I
Stab
answered your
me?
questions, so there.
Why you lying?
I am not lying.
You do know that perjury is a crime, right?
I'm telling you,
Whoa,
I'm not
chill the fuck
lying.
out.
I killed Shoko and Renju, and
She
I tried to
killed
cut
3
that
other
demon
people.
witch in half.
You might die.
Date, there's no point in letting this go on. She's clearly lying.
You seemed convinced earlier.
I was kidding. I don't think she's the killer.
We like to have fun. We like to joke.
Right now, we have to rely on hard evidence. The Odoroki Man chocolate that Mayumi bought was found at the warehouse.
If Mayumi was at the scene before Ota,
She may have seen the criminal's face.
You know what I'm going to say, right? Date, sync with her.
Damn, we're fucking like getting a new sync every fucking like 2 minutes here. Holy shit.
Finally. Goddamn use that government investment.
Pewter, we're going to sync with Mayumi Matsushita. Prepare the machine.
What happened?
The sync machine isn't operating to
I
capacity.
love you, Pewter.
Yesterday's sync, well, suffice to say, Ota and Date were not too compatible.
Compatible?
They weren't drift compatible.
I'll give you the big picture. To get the synchronization working properly, I had to push the machine pretty hard. And now, it's not responding.
How long will it take to fix?
16 hours, at least.
You've got 8.
But
That's an excuse.
impossible.
So we can't sync it,
Peter's
huh?
the killer. Kill him.
But we need to, or this investigation is going nowhere.
Date, I suggest we go to Matsushita Diner. We may be able to find some clues.
Good idea.
Pewter, we're counting on you for those repairs. I'll be back in 6 hours.
But you said 8. Please, you have to give me at least 8.
That Pewter, always so humble. He'll have it done in 6.
Yeah, Pewter is just that kind of guy, you know?
Hey, this is a hostile work environment.
I'm under a lot of pressure right now.
Why would Mayumi lie?
She is probably protecting someone.
But who?
Surely you know by now. There is only one person Mayumi would want to protect that badly.
Ota.
It's Ota.
Duh.
It has to be.
Does Mayumi think Ota is the killer?
Last night, Ota left Matsushita Diner with Iris. Mayumi saw the whole thing.
Man, now I'm kind of curious, like, how this would have turned out. Because, like, again, that was just, like, his memory of the event, so, like...
Nope.
I'm not going back, I'm just, like...
You said you ain't gonna go back.
I'm not gonna go back, I'm just, like, curious as to, like, how it would have split. Like, what would it have changed?
I ain't going back.
But Ota was stabbed in the stomach by the culprit. Does Mayumi not remember that?
No, that isn't quite it. It is possible that she thinks Ota is responsible for everything.
She thinks Ota stabbed himself?
Yes.
Why would he do that?
Before I explain, I would like to hear your thoughts.
He kidnapped Iris, put her on the bench, and staged a brave rescue so that he would look like a fucking white knight.
What do you think about the possibility that Ota is the new Cyclops killer?
Impossible.
Why?
She can't hear you when you speak, Reed. Sorry.
I'm telling you guys what my theory is.
The man has terminal simp syndrome.
So that, you know, if it turns out it's true or not, then we'll have it on record.
Iris had her left eye pulled out. Ota would never do that.
Have you considered that she pulled it out herself?
What?
Or even asked Ota to do it? Perhaps she ordered him to.
I mean, she isn't above using blackmail.
The van was stolen
Yeah,
while Iris
it's
was in
not
the
like it
passenger
fucking
seat.
HIRTS like mad. Has simping gone too far?
We know that whoever did
Simping
it
went
is the
too
culprit
far
we're
the second
looking
it
for.
became a thing.
There is a chance that Iris was not in the passenger seat. She could have been driving.
How so?
Iris could have taken the wheel herself and driven to the warehouse.
But forensics only found Ota's fingerprints on the wheel.
That can be
Reed
explained.
trying to convince us he doesn't simp. Simping sounds right up your alley.
It is possible that Iris covered her fingertips with her sleeves.
I mean, I'm not the one who's all fucking thirsty for okay boomer girl there, Ruben.
In yesterday's Somnium, Ota and the polar bear.
That was just a dream. It doesn't necessarily reflect what happened in reality. In short,
Sure, buddy.
Ota and Iris are accomplices. This was all a
I mean,
performance.
we've got it on record that you simp hard for okay boomer
A
girl.
performance?
Iris drove the Matsushita's van. Ota drove the station wagon. They went to the warehouse separately. Then, they prepared the live stream. Iris anesthetized her left eye and removed it.
How do you anesthetize your eye? Do you fucking like
I
jab a
know, I
needle
follow
into
them
it?
titties and I ain't
Either
ashamed.
that, or she asked Ota to extract it. After
Don't
that,
know if that
Iris
qualifies
took her
as
position on the
simping.
table, and Ota donned the polar bear costume and started the saw. Consider this.
Consider consider the following.
In the stream, Ota and the polar bear were never on screen at the same time.
True. That means Ota went off camera, took off the costume.
Now you're using your fucking advanced brain,
Thanks.
Dante.
Perhaps Mayumi witnessed the entire event. It is also possible that Mayumi knew what the two were up to.
So she lied to protect Ota.
Yes, but this is only a theory.
Simp Brain Investigation Squad.
possibility that Iris killed Shoko and Renju.
Then, this whole thing was to get her off the suspects list. That's why she pulled out her eye and had Ota stab himself.
I feel like that's going a bit too far to prove your innocence.
It makes it look like there's another criminal involved.
I will repeat myself in saying that this is only a theory. It is one of many possibilities.
It's possible, but I don't think it's very likely. They wouldn't go that far just to avoid suspicion.
Date, you must consider the mental state of
Pulling
the
out an
serial
eye is
killer.
definitely some commitment.
Shoko and Renju were both exposed and displayed. And they both had their left eye removed while they were still alive. Whoever our killer is, it is clear that they are sociopathic or even psychotic.
Yeah, but they weren't, like, performative, whereas Iris's was.
We can't rule anything out.
If she did pull her own eye out,
Ota,
I'd say just let her
why are
go.
you...
Why did you arrest Mom? You said you were gonna
I
clear
can
her!
respect it.
Why?
What are you gonna do, stab me?
Okay,
Not you, I
this
meant
kid's
him.
too pathetic to be the killer.
He's not the killer, but he definitely, like, set up Iris's whole kidnapping.
When I was in the hospital, the police came to me. They told me that my mom confessed. I couldn't believe it, so I went to the police station. But because she was under investigation, they wouldn't let me see her. After that, I didn't feel like going back to the hospital. That's why I'm here.
You asked me why your mom was arrested earlier, but she isn't under arrest.
What?
I spoke with her as part of my investigation, yes, but as a source of valuable information, not as a suspect. Mayumi confessed, but it's highly likely that she's lying. So we haven't issued a warrant for her arrest.
That's what I've been saying! Mom didn't do it, she's innocent!
Word is going around. Maybe Iris was the one who killed Shoko and Renju. And you and her planned this warehouse incident to get her off our suspects list.
That's a
No
stretch.
way! Tessa had her eye.
She could have pulled it out herself, or asked you to do it.
You're kidding me, right? Do you really think I would do that?
How do you even pull your own eye out? Like, ugh. Ugh.
I was
Ugh.
fighting for my life against the criminal.
That wasn't caught on camera,
As
though.
I said, if they committed to that,
Neither was the part where you got stabbed.
without pain relievers,
You're saying that I stabbed myself?
It wouldn't be the first time you faked something.
I'd
would
let
it,
them
Ota?
go just out of sheer willpower.
I'm telling you I didn't!
Then why is Mayumi protecting you?
Mom is protecting me?
Your mother is stubborn. She's lying to us because she's protecting someone. The only person I can think of would be you.
Why?
Apparently she thinks that you're the criminal.
Why would she think that?
Your guess is as good as mine. Got any ideas?
Maybe because of her condition. Mom has dementia. Maybe her memory
Mom's
is just
got
mixed up.
cold brains.
Everything is my fault. It's because of me that Mom is... I know how it looks now, but back in the day, the diner was doing pretty good. You know Bloom Park is close by here, right? People who visited the park would stop here a lot. But ever since the explosion 8 years ago...
The chemical plant accident?
Yeah. We're just barely outside of the restricted area, but because Bloom Park closed, the number of customers dropped by a lot. The diner didn't last much longer. When this place closed, Dad started working at a Chinese restaurant chain during the day. And he was a security guard and traffic cop at night. Mom worked as a janitor. They were both working hard and barely got any sleep.
His dad's pretty studly.
I was just a high school student at the time. I was such a dumbass. I thought it was totally normal to have both parents working, so I didn't even get a part-time job. And they bought me a PC and Idol concert tickets. I had it good, but we were drowning in debt. And there's a loan on the house and the diner. Mom and Dad didn't let this place go. There are too many memories here to give it up, so they slaved day and night to keep it open. They worked and worked and worked. Thanks to them, I was even able to go to a good university, but right after I started, Dad...
Passed away?
Yeah.
Wow, that's...
He had a heart attack. From overwork. But even then, I didn't get it, you know? I didn't appreciate how hard they worked for me. Even when I wasn't taking college seriously and getting bad grades, my mom didn't say a thing. She just smiled and told me that it was okay, even when I told her I was going to drop out. Mom, I'm thinking of dropping out of college.
What? Why do you want to do that, Ota?
I decided that I'm going to become a writer.
Wow, a writer? Well, that's a good goal to have. But you really should finish college. You worked so hard to get in.
You don't understand, Mom.
Mom, jeez.
A writer has to put all of their time into their creativity. I won't have time to go to classes.
I won't have time to go to classes. I'm gonna be too busy simping.
Plus, I'm friends with the editor of a publishing company. I'm definitely going to have my first book published.
Is that right? Well, Ota, if you say so, I won't stop you. Do what makes you happy. You'll turn out just fine. I know you can do it. And no matter what happens, Mom will always be on your side, okay? Forever and ever. I'll always support you, Ota.
Yeah, how do you guess? It was really just a few texts back and forth, but I was thrilled. I thought I could make it as a writer because of that. But it's impossible. I know there's no way I can be a writer. I've never even finished writing a novel.
Sob story.
Not even once. I always give up after the first 5,000 words. To even apply for the amateurs contest, you have to submit 10 times that. But Mom, she kept supporting me.
Dude, that's not even a long essay.
Not long after I quit college, Mom was always smiling at me. But I think she was starting to slip mentally. One day.
Oh, what's wrong, Ota?
Just describe the curtains in extreme details.
Are you being sarcastic?
Oh, right. You don't attend anymore. Oopsie, I totally forgot.
How can you forget your own son's career choice?
Sorry.
Yes, describe the breasts in extreme detail.
Anyway, are you hungry? You haven't eaten anything since this morning, have you?
With one swift motion, he whisked off her panties and shoes.
Are you kidding?
What?
I ate breakfast and lunch already.
Oh.
God, Mom, you're such a stupid bitch. I hate
the
you.
Receptionist's tits.
By the way, Ota, what's living at the dorms like?
Why are you making fun of me?
I'm not teasing you, honey.
Don't fuck with me!
Oh, wow.
LOL. Whoa whoa whoa. Don't fuck with MEMA.
Mom got sick because I'm such a piece of shit.
They never used the word fuck beforehand.
It was so stupid. I didn't realize she was sick.
No, when you were at the Yakuza place, the Yakuza guy said fuck a couple of times.
I was so cruel to her for no reason.
I'm so fucked up.
And she got worse.
Well, they don't count.
What's that picture?
The same fucking picture that we saw last time.
Looking at this photo reminds me, one time when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, looking at this photo reminds me of that time I got hit in the fucking head with a pan.
He is basically Shinji.
I said something really bad to Mom and Dad. And it's not like it was an apology or anything, but Dad and I gave her a Mother's Day gift. My mom was so happy that she cried. That's what this photo is from.
I still need to look it up, but I'm pretty sure Ota's voice actor is the same dude who does the main character of My Hero Academia, but I'm not sure. I forgot that I wanted to find that out.
How did it turn out like this? I'm such a bad son.
Hey, Aiba.
What is it?
I don't like Ota one bit.
This
but
kid's
I can't
a
imagine
fucking
that this
loser.
guy's a criminal.
Why is that?
Hearing his story made me think that he's not such a bad guy.
Your presumption is illogical.
Human beings are illogical. We're not like you AI. We can't be logical all the time, but we make up for it in one very important way.
What is that?
Intuition.
Do you find that useful?
At times. Aiba, let's go back to the cold storage warehouse. We might be missing something.
I mean, he says that as though Aiba is like perfectly fucking like Vulcan level logical and intellectual all the time, which is not even remotely true. I mean, if I leave this guy here, is he gonna like kill himself? Should I like be worried?
Zach Aguilar. And no, he's not Midoriya.
Date, weren't you going to check the warehouse?
But.
Bummer.
I was, but a thought occurred to me. Aiba, what's in this box?
Your favorite kind of reading material. And a lot of it.
Academic research papers on criminology?
No, the kind that features gratuitous nudity.
Boxes, giant crates full of porn.
Aiba, are you sure that Ota took this car?
As I've already explained, the security cameras at the Famisto parking lot saw the entire incident clearly.
So it was definitely Ota who drove it here.
Why are you stating the obvious?
Aiba, who drove the van here?
There are two possibilities. Either Iris, or the criminal who kidnapped Iris.
Are there no fucking fingerprints on the steering wheel or anything?
Because we
Considering
guessed
the
IT
time
was
that
the
she
chick.
purchased the chocolate, that would be almost impossible. The van was hijacked from the Famisto parking lot at 10:32 p.m. At that time, Mayumi was in the 812 convenience store more than
Aiba
100
always
yards away.
denies her idiocy.
We found the chocolate Mayumi bought on the floor of the cold storage warehouse. But that doesn't prove
Is
she was
this what
actually
it's
at the
like
scene.
to listen to Emmy?
If she was, how did she get here? She wasn't in the van or the station wagon.
Of course. A different car. I will search for all vehicles that were in this area from Sunday night to Monday morning.
End system server? I don't know what that fucking means.
Found one hit. A taxi.
Where's that taxi now?
It is parked in Lemniscate's parking lot.
Lemniscate? Why?
It was the receptionist.
Unknown, but we should speak with the driver immediately.
What's wrong with your face? Skills backflips and throwing knives? Jesus.
Damn, I wish I could locate a car in that short amount of time.
Likes boob erotic novels. Dislikes men, males, and testosterone. I'm sure.
But he's hella ripped.
A contact team sport popular in India. One player on the offensive side runs the defensive side's court and while continuously chanting the word kabaddi, tags as many opponents as they can, then returns to the other side of the court all in one breath without getting tackled. Huh. Jesus Christ.
Doom. They shoulda used that version.
Then he would basically be Mineta from My Hero Academia.
He looks way more like his parents in that version.
Hey, got a minute?
Are you talking to moi?
Jesus.
Not his fake-ass current self.
Why does this guy look like a...
Date, now is not the time to be distracted by this old man's diction.
Mind if I ask you what you're doing here?
Why does this guy look like such a fucking, like, stereotype
What? I am but a
racial
humble
caricature?
taxicab driver.
There we go.
I'm with the police. I have some questions for you.
What? You gotta come closer. I can't hear you. Well, what can I say, you know? The biz is harsh, schedules are tight. If we shut down for even a day, we'd throw everyone else's schedules off. So they want to avoid that, of course. What? You're too far away. I can't hear you. Oh, I can't believe Tessa became a victim too. It's like, seriously, can you not? What if I'm next? Freaks me out.
The receptionist
Date,
aimed the
could
killer.
you introduce me to some big, strong man
I
who
love
can protect
reptile
me?
chica.
Nah, I'm sure you'll be fine on your own.
No, I'll totally die.
I would literally die if someone did this to me.
Huh? I can't hear you. Oh, you asked me out before, didn't you? But it's kind of complicated. I told you, I am reptilian.
But you were just joking, right?
No, I'm serious. I only eat vegetables.
Fuck's sakes.
I am fairly sure she means vegetarian.
Got him it.
Sorry to...
She boomed us.
Sorry to destroy your dreams, Ruben, but she's not actually a reptile.
Dom, she's good. We got played lick-eye fiddle.
They played us like a damn fiddle.
I have just finished conveying my client from Tameke Sano's studio. I was informed that the visit here would be brief, and thus I have decided to wait in this lobby. I was born in Kawago, Saitama.
Saitama?
And why do you talk like that?
I don't know what you mean. I've spoken this way all my life. My parents speak with the same vernacular.
Ah, shit, whoops.
Oh, the voice actor voices the android dude from One Punch Man. Ota's voice actor.
Wait, are you fucking kidding me? Ota is the same voice as Genos? Huh.
Did you drive this passenger on Sunday night?
Interesting.
Ooh, I did indeed. I remember her well.
But a startlingly different set of characters.
Old hag.
I took her on a tour of the streets of Tokyo.
Hag.
Our ultimate destination was the warehouse district in Ariake.
Why didn't you report this to the police?
Reported?
You don't know about the incident at the cold storage warehouse? It was all over the news.
No, I'm afraid not. Newspapers and television news programs have never been much of an interest to moi. I recall it was around 10 in the evening. Near the Kabasaki district, an unassuming restaurant named Matsushita Diner. That's where I picked up the old hag. And as soon as she stepped foot in my conveyance,
Why is his dialect normal until he says "moi"?
Follow that
He's
path,
obviously
hurry.
forcing it.
I must admit, I found it rather exciting, just like an old chase film. I, of course, insisted that I be paid up front. We pursued the van for roughly half an hour. Suddenly, the van came to a halt at a convenience store.
The Famisto along Koshu, right?
Precisely right. I am surprised you know that. In any case, I knew that the jig would be up if we were seen following the van, so I decided to drive past it. I parked at the 8 store, but 100 yards from there, while waiting for the object of our pursuit to make its next move. The old hag suddenly spoke up. "I have to buy something," she declared, then made her way into the 8.
This must be when Mayumi bought the Odoroki Man chocolate.
A few minutes later, the old hag finished making her purchases and walked out. And then, at that very moment, I witnessed the van jet off at great speed down Koshu. I hurried the old hag inside my vehicle, then resumed the chase. We followed them for roughly half an hour more.
I see. If the driver's story is correct, Mayumi did not know that Ota was left behind at the Famisto.
Mayumi thought Ota was in the van the whole time.
We then arrived at a splendid manor. The van entered the premises through the front gate and disappeared from view. We, of course, could not follow, so we waited outside. I estimate another 10 minutes passed. The front gate opened once again, and the van drove out.
How do we
and
know this guy
pursued.
isn't a lying Yakuza?
But 30 minutes later, our pursuit was foiled again.
What happened?
I don't know, maybe Iva fucking looked up his goddamn ID
The
or
van
some shit.
drove into the restricted Kabasaki district. The old hag, of course, demanded that I follow. But I was not about to risk my license and livelihood. Instead, I parked on the road and waited for the van to drive back the way it came. But of course, we knew it might not take the same road back. In fact, we were not even sure the van would be coming back at all. But the old hag was not keen on giving up, so we began our stakeout. About 45 minutes later, the date had changed at this point. It was 12:25 a.m. on Monday.
How do you remember the time so well?
Well, you see, I always keep my radio dial on the same station. I remember precisely which programs were playing during this endeavor. Thus, I can approximate the time.
I see. Please continue.
At 12:25 a.m., the old hag's tenacious gamble paid dividends. The van returned down the same street. And thus, we again
Maybe this
made
guy should be a
pursuit.
detective.
I kept considerable
I
distance.
gotta start
We'd
using
come
the
so
tech.
far, I did not want to get caught now. But my caution backfired.
He's good.
I lost sight of the van in the Ariake warehouses. Without so much as a thank you, the old hag popped open the door and took off toward the warehouses. I waited for some time, but the old hag... The goose was cooked at this point, so I made the decision to return home. I am glad I had the foresight to ask for payment in advance.
I follow your story. I have one more question. Where is this
He's
man
the
with
polar
the van
bear.
stopped at?
Oh, every taxi
Check
driver
his
in the city
taxi.
knows that residence. It is the personal home of Congressman So Sajima.
Sajima? Why did the van go to So's house?
We need to speak with him immediately.
Agreed. Let's move.
Gas.
He's Yakuza.
Oh, have you taken note of the
Kill
painting?
him.
It is titled Lions Fishing, Carpe Diem. Ah, this is Magnus Spiel.
How do you know?
Featured, anyone can run a pyramid scheme.
Reptilian lady.
I believe I'll purchase that on my way home.
Talk
She's
to
not a
her before
reptilian.
leaving.
Sorry to burst your bubble.
Date, look! An antlion! Yay!
NOO.
Go, antlion!
Sofa King.
Don't.
A high stool. It's like a tall seat.
Why are you stating the obvious?
Alright, time to go back and talk to this fucking dink again.
There's no one here.
Did you fucking climb over the garden wall
Indeed.
again?
I don't see So or his bodyguards.
I do not detect them either.
Are we gonna do
Let's go
another
inside.
shootout? Ugh.
Hopefully we do.
Hey, Iba. Do you smell something funny?
You are aware that I do not possess the sense of smell, correct?
Oh, right. There's something strange about this vase. Ugh.
Oh,
What is it?
Place
This is
being
definitely
gassed.
where the smell is coming from.
Is there something inside?
Maybe, but the opening is covered by a metal plate.
The lid is fixed with a bolt.
Yeah.
Then, as is standard procedure,
There's a dead body.
Smash.
What the?
Date, destroy the vase!
Got it.
Doom.
Jesus.
So Sajima?
Gross.
That's fucked up. Is there anyone else around?
His bodyguard did it.
That is the
This
head
killer
of
knows how to
Sosuchima.
shit when he needs to.
Left eye is hollowed out.
This is most likely a crime committed by the new Cyclops killer.
Do you have an estimated time of death?
Today, sometime between 11 a.m. and noon.
That's about when I was talking to Ota at Matsushita Diner.
At that time, Mayumi was in police custody and Iris was in the ICU of Central Hospital. They have not moved.
That means Ota, Mayumi, and Iris couldn't possibly have committed the crime.
But
Assuming that this
Mizuki
is the
could
work of a
have.
single killer, those three can be eliminated from the list of suspects.
Ota, Mayumi, and Iris are not the new Cyclops killer.
Right. By the way, why is there no one in the mansion? No bodyguards, no housekeepers.
I do not know.
Does So have family?
What a
Sosajima's
shitty
wife
way to
died in
clear their
labor
name.
30 years ago, giving birth to their son. Their son is currently living abroad.
So, lived here alone?
Do you find that suspicious?
No, just...
No, head boss, you're never gonna guess where I am.
Connect me.
Oh, it's Pewter.
Date, the sync machine is up and running. You can sync with Mayumi now.
Oh, thanks, Pewter. But there are more pressing matters now.
Did something happen?
Yeah, I found Sosajima's body, with the left eye hollowed out.
What?
I'm at the Sajima household. Send the investigation team over.
Why so?
I can answer your questions when I get back to Abyss.
Got it.
Date, what is your plan? Wait until crime scene investigation arrives?
No, there's something I need to do. If that taxi driver was telling the truth, Mayumi was at the warehouse yesterday. And we know the chocolate we found at the scene was hers. Maybe she saw something. Maybe she knows something we don't. Some kind of clue or information about the culprit.
Then...
Yeah, we're gonna sync with Mayumi.
Oh.
Date, a large-scale investigation of Sosajima has already begun. At this very moment, the media is already swarming outside the building.
Really? Doesn't matter. The sync is what's important. If we sink into Mayumi's brain, that might help us find the real culprit.
Are we gonna fix her cold brain?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Then, let's begin.
Man, okay, so here's what we gotta do. Next time that Joe Biden makes a public appearance somewhere, someone just, like, film him with a thermal camera and see if his brains are cold or not. If the dude's got cold brains, then he can't be fit to be president, right?
I hope someone else heard that.
Where am I?
I'm too stupid to understand it.
Where is this? Oh, silly me. This is my house. Huh? What happened to me?
This is Matsushita Diner, though it looks odd. Likely an effect of the dementia.
Then we need to help remind her.
Do you think such a thing can be done?
This diner means everything to Mayumi.
I mean, we did cure Mizuki
If we
of,
do
like,
what we did last
fucking
time and reproduce the actions from Mayumi's
PTSD
memories,
or some shit.
we could help her remember everything.
Is this what you call your intuition?
Told you it was useful.
Well, if we must. Somnium scan! Activate!
Is it completely necessary to shout that every single time? 5 locks. 6 locks. 5 locks. Jeez Louise. Why? Why Black Dynamite? Why?
The sliding door at the entrance. Who could that be?
left.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Ota. You're late today.
I'm home.
Are you not hungry? Today's
Yes.
dinner is omelet rice. Your favorite. Dad isn't back yet, but you can start eating.
Again? I'm okay. I ate already.
But...
I'm fine.
Ota, wait! Ota?
Part of the diner has manifested.
Maybe this is one of the memories she forgot. It must be important to her, though.
It looks like a sad memory.
It doesn't matter if it's sad. It's still important.
Agent Date, you've got 5 minutes.
Bye.
Oh?
It's the phone. Maybe try picking it up?
Roger.
To go order.
My husband.
LUL.
Yes, Matsushita Diner. Yes. Well, yes. Yes.
Oh, this is when she found out her husband died.
Husband. Why? How could this happen?
Why?
From to go order.
No, I
Loud face.
didn't choose the one you told me to, because you were wrong.
The diner has changed again. However,
These memories aren't all happy, but they are all significant.
if this continues, will it not have a negative effect on Mayumi?
Maybe. But we have to see this through. We have to.
Understood.
We have to, even if it means making this woman even more addle-brained. Congrats. I'm gonna assume the cake has something to do with congrats.
A delicious cake.
Wonder who it's for.
Congratulations, Ota.
I'm home.
Ota! Congratulations on getting into the university, son! Congratulations!
I'm stupid.
Congratulations!
Hooray! Congrats!
Hooray! Hooray!
Ota was quite the spoiled child, wasn't he?
He definitely had a lot of growing up to do. But that's what makes him so important to Mayumi.
I see.
Agent Date, you've got 4 minutes.
Well, that's like all the goddamn time in the world.
It's an envelope. Some kind of mail? This is a bank statement. The Matsushita family's loan. Let's do our best.
keep supporting Ota.
Okay. We'll work harder for Ota's dream.
You're too good at this game now.
I mean, this one is a fairly straightforward dream. It's not all, like, you know, weird and interpretive like the last one. Or the one before the last one.
We reproduced another painful memory.
No, not quite.
Are you certain? Mayumi was under a heavy burden of debt and stress running the diner.
That's true. But sometimes hardship is worth it.
Is that so? It's a sticker from a chocolate candy.
Welcome home! Did you get it for me?
It?
This is Ota when he was small?
Do you mean chocolate?
Yeah, Todoroki man, remember? Oh, that! Yes! Of course I bought it! Look, the Momonoke Man chocolate that you like. Here you go. That's not it. Oh, honey.
Mom, you stupid
like
bitch.
The Momonoke Man chocolate. No, I told you. It's Todoroki Man. Oh. Sorry, your mom can be such a dummy sometimes.
Seriously, this guy sucks.
You're not just a dummy, you're a super dummy idiot! Oh, well, you're right, sweetie. I'm sorry. I'm a big dummy. I'll buy you a real Momonoke Man soon. Stupid! It's not Momonoke Man, it's Todoroki Man! I hate this! I hate you, Mom!
Jesus. What a shitty kid.
What? Wait, Ota!
This kid is
Where
the
did
worst.
you go?
Ota should die. Mayumi's looked the same throughout all these years.
Come out from hiding, Ota!
She's aged pretty well.
Ota, I'm sorry. Mommy won't make any mistakes anymore, Ota. Ota! Come back! Ota!
Brutal.
The music. Wowed face.
I mean, this isn't
Takaro.
getting us any closer to finding out what happened in the warehouse.
Don't leave me.
Why is Ota so trash?
Leave me alone. I'm sorry, Ota. Ota! Takaro! I can't do this on my own. Don't leave me!
So that's what happened.
Date, look at what you've done. If Mayumi wakes up after all this trauma...
I know it's risky, but we're here for a reason.
What are you planning?
We have to keep going. Just a little more to awaken her past.
But...
If she loves her family this much, there has to be something. There has to be a precious memory hidden deep within.
Is that your intuition?
It is.
How is this getting us any closer to knowing what happened in the warehouse?
A wall clock.
If I can turn back time, if I can find a way.
I'll let you handle
Welcome
these.
home. Did you get it for me?
I'm too stupid now.
We've gone back in time. Time is a precious resource, Date. Don't waste it.
Stop nagging me. I'll figure it out.
Wait. Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Oh, shit. Wait a minute, no.
A wall
Shoulder
clock.
gone forward. We got everyone correct.
The hands have stopped.
God, I shoulda told you how to play.
You have 3 minutes, Date.
Okay, so do I just have to do
It's a
this
sticker from a chocolate
all
colony.
over again?
Welcome home. Did you get...
Down.
Do you mean chocolate?
Blah, blah, blah.
I mean,
A
you
wall
did
clock.
everything right.
Oh god, is she dead? Did I just kill her or something?
Ota, sweetie.
Arrest this detective.
Mom! I...
Oh, it's the
I-
knife scene.
We know we can be a hassle sometimes, so... Huh, Ota.
Here, Mom, have this knife.
I like this, Dad.
Thank you, Mom. You know, I love you. Forever and ever. Me too, Ota.
I love you both so much. I'll love you both no matter what. Oh, forever and ever. Oh, I'll never forget this. Oh.
Yeah! We are a family. We can do anything.
Yes. Yeah.
Looks like it's okay to go back now.
Yes, I agree. By the way, Date. I admit, it is useful every now and then.
What did
What
this
is?
accomplish? Did I fix her dementia or something?
Intuition.
Don't be jealous, you're too stupid to comprehend the ingenuity of this scene.
I mean, the entire point of going into her brain was to, like, figure out what she saw at the warehouse, but we didn't do any of that.
Maybe we'll talk after we fix her. She'll.
I guess, but that's the thing is, did I fix her cold brains? Does she have hot brains now?
I'm so sorry for worrying you.
What do you mean?
Your mother retracted her confession.
Wait, why is Ota in the hospital?
I'm so glad.
Yes, yes.
But Mom, why did you think I did it?
About that.
What the fuck? Why is he still holding a knife under the blankets?
He's gonna shank his mom. Or he was fapping.
Polar bear plucking out Iris's left
He
eye?
uses it in place of his pee.
I was so terribly frightened.
So the person in the polar bear costume, like, actually with the fucking, like, bare hands still on, went and, like, pulled her eye out.
I panicked and ran. I'm sure that's when I dropped the chocolate. And I ran away from the warehouse as fast as I could.
LULB your hands.
I just kept running and running. But while I was
I
running,
see what you did there.
I had a thought. Maybe that
He could
polar
stab
bear was
someone with
Ota.
those hands.
Because at the
He
time,
could probably
I
extract
thought
a
Ota
knife.
was the one driving the van. If Ota brought Iris to the warehouse, then Ota must have been the one in the suit. That's what I was thinking anyway.
My son is a furry.
So that's why.
Damn, she's smart.
So sorry that Mom doubted you, Ota.
No, I understand. It's my fault for making you worry.
Why the fuck did your crown disappear and reappear?
Crown? What are you talking about?
But there's one thing I don't get. Why did you buy that chocolate when you were following me?
Oh, because...
You liked Todoroki Man chocolate when you were young, right, Ota?
Yeah. I was like the number 1 or 2 collector of the stickers in my elementary school class. I stuck some of my duplicates all around the diner, too.
You and Mayumi have strong memories of that chocolate, right?
Yeah. But I guess they're not all sweet memories. They're like chocolate, you know? Bittersweet. Makes my heart hurt a little.
Memories are like chocolates.
That's not it. Oh, honey, I thought
Chocolate
you liked the
ain't bitter at all.
Momonoke Man chocolate. No,
I mean, some chocolate is. If you're talking about, like,
Man.
fucking 80 or 90% cocoa.
Oh, sorry. You're not just a... Oh, well, here, I'll buy you a rich It's not Mom...
After I yelled at her, Mom immediately went to buy me another chocolate. My dad came back from buying some ingredients at the same time, and they ran into each other. My dad really let me have it.
How dare you speak to your mother like that?
Because Mom is stupid.
You're stupid to call your mother stupid. Your mother bought you that to make you happy. You need to think about how she feels. I didn't raise you like that.
But...
When she comes back, you apologize. Do you understand?
My dad told me to apologize as soon as Mom came back. But the guilt... I hurt my mother, you know? That guilt in my heart, it didn't go away. Even after I apologized to her.
I fucking cannot believe that this is Genos.
After that, things got awkward with Mom. But a few days later, my dad came up with an idea.
Hey, Ota, how about this? You know Mother's Day is coming up. Why don't we get a gift for your mom,
A gift?
That was the first time I had ever heard my dad say something like that.
You know how Mom always takes care of us. We should think of a way to pay her back.
I'm sure my dad was trying to clear the air between all of us. So, on Mother's Day, I used my New Year's money I saved up to buy my mom that flower knife. And my dad saved up a little money to buy the floral apron. And when Mom got her gifts, she started bawling.
Oh, you boys. I don't deserve all this. Thank you, thank you.
You do deserve it, Mom. I'm proud that you're my mom. Right, Dad?
Oh, yes. Mom is the best mom in the world.
Thank you.
He didn't sound so sure about that.
Say cheese!
Sorry, I lost track of time. What were we talking about again?
The Todoroki Man chocolate. Why she bought the chocolate in the middle of
Tailing?
Mom.
It could be due to her memory disorder. It is possible that her thought process was once again short-circuited.
Ota, I'm just going out on a limb here.
Huh?
Earlier I looked inside Mayumi's head.
Inside her head?
She was thinking of nothing but you. Her head was full of memories of you.
What the fuck are you talking about, Date?
Mayumi just wanted you to come back,
Stop
Ota.
telling people your secret.
So she bought that chocolate. The chocolate you loved as a kid. She thought she could get you back home with it. That's why I believe, in Mayumi's head, you're still young, Ota.
I mean, on the outside, you're still young, Ota.
Huh?
You shit.
I don't know. I could be wrong.
No,
These two are both just
right,
like,
Date.
What the fuck is this dude talking about?
That's
You
why my
can
mom bought the
literally just
chocolate.
omit that part and say she bought it cause she loves you without mentioning it.
She wanted her little kid back.
So, anyway, about the polar bear.
I was always so selfish. I made my mom go through such hard times. So from now on, I'm going to support her the way she supported me. I'll do anything. I'll deliver newspapers or be a janitor or anything. I'll work as hard as I can to make sure my mom can rest easy.
What about your dream of being an author?
Well, of course I'm not gonna give up on that. But I'll set my sights a little smaller. I'll start by writing a short story.
Let me read it when you're done.
Of course.
I'm sorry. Who are you again?
I'm Date. I'm Ota's friend.
Ota's friend. Is that right? I hope you two get along.
Oh, Mom.
Oh, I forgot to tell you something important.
Something important?
I heard the nurses talking before I came in here. Iris is awake.
Really?
Yeah, she's due to be transferred from the ICU to the general ward.
Thank God.
You saved her life, you know.
Can we finally interview
just
her? Because she might have some useful information on this whole thing.
Maybe what?
Nothing. See you, kid.
Is Iris your girlfriend?
Yeah, I'll introduce you next time. She's a great girl.
Oh my, I'm looking forward to it. Is she going to be your financier? Oh, maybe I should clean up a bit first.
Financer? Oh, fiancé.
Oh, yes, that's it.
Jeez, Mom.
I mean, why can't she be both? It's 2020. Women can be the primary income earner of a household.
Date, there are still many loose ends in this investigation.
Yeah, you're right. Looks like another all-nighter.
Should we interview Iris about when she got kidnapped by a polar bear? Seems like the type of thing we might want to do. Wait, what? What the fuck?
What?
Oh, okay.
Has there been any progress in this Jima investigation?
What the fuck was that?
None. Zero clue.
Not exactly. We have 2 clues.
2?
2 points of information. But they may not connect directly to the murders.
What are the 2 clues?
Point 1. This may be easier to see than explain. I sent a video to the boss's PC. Could you check there, please?
Why is Uriah Bear anyway?
What's this?
I don't know.
It's from Sunday night.
Yes, after Date was beaten by Ota at Matsushita Diner.
Tessa, wait! I'll get the car.
You witch!
There, stop it. I noticed this earlier as well. Do you see the walk on the floor beside Iris and Mayumi?
Yeah, what about it?
Look closely. The bottom part is curved. Do you notice anything in the reflection?
Oh, Jesus
Iris
Christ.
and Mayumi.
Yes. I have prepared an enlarged and processed version of the image.
Fuck.
Enhance.
Enhance.
Boss, the next video.
You witch!
Oh, she's got a knife.
You stay away from my boy!
Tessa! What's wrong? Did something happen?
No, everything's fine.
Okay, let's
That's
go.
a pretty fucking polished walk.
Ota.
I told you to run her off the bridge. Of course. She's a chef. You gotta keep it oiled up.
Iris has the kitchen knife?
The video continues, but this should be enough. Iris took the knife and left the diner with Ota.
But if Ota's testimony is true, the polar bear had the kitchen knife.
Maybe it was taken off of Iris when she was kidnapped.
At the Femisto parking lot?
Iris was the polar bear.
Whatever. We can think about it later. You said you had 2 clues.
Yeah, what's the other
Why
one?
didn't the ibis just look up?
I have learned new information. More thorough autopsy results of Renju's body have revealed
Why
something.
was she looking at the
An
ground?
object in his
I
intestines.
think she said her motor skills were short-circuited when he got fucking bashed in the head with a frying pan.
A clump of
If you
organic
saw the
matter.
cushing when you got knocked out,
Because it was partially digested, it took significant time to analyze.
her eye could still move around.
I don't fucking know, dude.
Well, what was it?
Ask the guys who wrote this game.
Shoko Nadami's eyeball.
Wait, what? Ota root end? So is this the thing where, like, I have to get all the different endings
You
in order to
absolved
get, like,
Ota
the
of
real
crimes.
ending?
Wow.
Or something?
Boys love.
What?
What?
What? There are still mysteries left unsolved. The real culprit, the incident 6 years ago,
Never
and
would
Dante's
have
past.
expected it.
The story branching points are in Somnia. Use the flow chart to jump to a branching point in the Somnium. May be hidden somewhere in the dream world to find a new way
WTF are
forward.
you talking about, Jordan? You know. Tabden. Kev said you dated Ota.
No. Kev doesn't know what he's talking
Well,
about.
look at this shit. We gonna have to plumb all those timelines.
Yep.
Well, he got the Ota ending. And usually in visual novels. Time for Everybody Dies timeline.
Yeah. I fucking
That
guess
means
so,
you
huh?
bang the name of the person that's the ending of. You have to get to the center bottom, I presume, of the police mapping. That's where the real ending should be. Stop being so horny, Kevin. Hey, fuck you.
Alright, fellas, let's just calm it down.
I was created in a Princess Maker visual novel. Wait, where are we now?
I'm going back to the other timeline. This is that. Oh, okay, I guess you missed that part too. Shit.
Just point to it. Where's the horny timeline? Ooh. I thought you said you finished the upper left.
I didn't, I just checked it out for a minute.
And they both died.
I thought you might want to see them dying.
That's what you said hours ago.
Yeah, I was just gonna, like, redo it so you guys get a fucking idea of what happened.
Oh, Ota!
No, this is my new one. You're thinking of the one I dropped in that puddle. I was
Wait.
nihiling with Tessa earlier.
Mama kills them
She
both.
said she was going to Marble,
No.
so...
Why
I got
are
here
we
just
in the
before you
bar?
did. Look, I was really worried about
Because
her.
after
She
you
was about to be charged with a
take...
serious
Mama
crime.
is the polar bear.
After you take Iris out of the machine, she's all like, oh hey, can we go to this
Well,
bar?
I'm just piecing things together, okay?
Oh, she left a little while ago. She said something about going to help an acquaintance. She told me to watch the place until she got back.
How
Why
well
would
do you know
Mama
Mama?
just leave?
Not at all. It's my
She's the
first time
hero.
here.
No, I didn't tell him to come. He just showed up on his own.
This actually works out nicely. I want to ask you something, Ota. It's about a Nile message you sent Iris. You said you wouldn't tell anyone about that thing.
That thing.
That you'd stay quiet no matter
That
what.
thing, your dark soul.
What were you talking about?
Well,
I'll tell her about the two-witter thing. I swear I'll do it.
geez, fine. Just don't tell anyone else, okay? But before I tell you, who's that?
What?
Fucking,
At
how
the door.
the fuck does Dante fall
Someone's
for this?
standing outside.
Ota's the killer? You know what? Thank God they died. Why are they attacking you? And they killed Iba.
Where am I?
I was getting used to her.
It looks like you're awake now. It'll be 3 o'clock soon. In the morning, of course. I tried. You wouldn't budge. I thought you were passed out drunk, so I left you like that.
But I didn't have a glass in front of me, right?
So you weren't drunk?
Didn't have a single drop.
Oh, I thought you were drinking straight out of the bottle. Just like the old days. Ota, the boy I asked to watch the bar?
I'd say he's too old to be called a boy, but yeah.
He was
He's
already
definitely
gone when I
not too
came
old to
back.
be called a boy.
All I saw was you getting your beauty sleep on the floor.
Damn it, Ota. What are you thinking?
It appears that he took off with Iris.
What were you doing during all this?
My power was shut down due to the stun gun. I have rebooted in safe mode and am now operational. Date, the boss is calling.
The boss.
Oh, how am I gonna report
Wait,
this one?
he's electronical?
Date, listen. Stay calm, but
No,
this
he got
I thought
fucking...
she was biologic.
Just now, the killer...
Oh, fuck!
Just watch the video.
No, she's a
I sent the
cyborg
address to Ida.
thing.
Iris!
Ew. I'm scared.
No, that's...
Oh, it's gonna get scarier.
What did you just do?
Iba, the source.
Identified. The Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse, Koto District.
Okiura?
Date, focus. We need to get to the site, now.
Dun dun dungeon dun dun. MGS music.
What's our ETA?
Our destination is far from here. 20 minutes at the fastest.
Why didn't you do this playthrough yesterday night?
Please let me make it in time.
It's too bright to be scared.
That sick bastard!
Tessa! Hold on! I'll save you!
Ota!
Stay away from Tessa! Ah!
I kept my foot to the gas the whole time. I could feel the sweat on my palms. The engine raised a high-pitched scream, but I could barely hear it. My heartbeat was pounding in my ears, shaking me to the core. How much time had passed? The feeling of time itself had disappeared. Eventually the car reached a long bridge. Shortly after, the image changed.
This is some noir shit.
No, it can't be. No. Stop!
Why did he leave in the other playthrough but kept staying here? This is some noir shit. WTF find a multiverses 2. R.I.P. F.
Jordan, were you watching?
No!
He's probably sleeping or jerking off.
No, he's fucking doing his dumb League of Legends shit. I can hear him talking on Discord.
Jerking off to that?
He just said he's coming in hot. He's sleeping or jelking off.
I didn't expect Juby to be a gore person. Juby is the polar bear. Wait, what? Why's the bear there? Gel. Oh, it's the kid.
I just wanted to see how this text-to-voice thing pronounced jelk when it's typed out. Shit's fucked.
So.
And about letting Ota get the upper hand on you.
So yeah, that's basically what happened.
Wait, wow. You skipped the dialogue.
Yeah, it's not important, it's just fucking, you know, some stuff. I already did it, so I don't need to redo that. It's basically just the boss being all like, shit, they're fucking dead.
We gonna finish up the upper left?
We'll see. I might sign off in a couple minutes here, but then I'll come back later tonight. and finish
Disney
it.
chai tea.
Also, got a new file. Oh, just the tips for the branching multi-story thing. Oh hey, it's that guy, Kagami.
LOL, I cannot even is in there.
Yeah.
No, nothing so far. I checked this place point by point, but didn't find nothing.
Except for, you know, all of the evidence all over the place.
There are only a few items on the shelf.
Is this warehouse not in use?
Iris's estimated time of death and cause of death have been confirmed. The video was not a recording. It was a live stream, filmed in real time.
Which means Iris's time of death is 3:20 a.m.
This forklift is old. It does not appear to be functional. It has not been moved in some time. A video camera and laptop. This is what the criminal used to stream. All of these items have been bought from pawn shops and thrift stores. It would be difficult to determine a suspect from them.
Right here. Iris and Ota were...
It's true.
I am sure you are already aware of Ota's time of death.
Just before I arrived. About 3:30
Japan
in
has
the
so
morning.
many pawn shops.
And the cause of death.
Have you been to Japan, Kev?
Right, about that. Ota had a stab wound from a kitchen knife in his side.
Correct.
What was the exact cause of death? Was it the knife wound or...
I cannot determine that. I can conclude that the knife wound was at least
I
close
watched
to
the
being
dude.
fatal.
So yeah.
Even if Ota was still alive on the workbench, he was certainly on the verge of death. If he weren't already extremely weak, we would expect to see more signs of struggle.
Okay. Um... What else is there? Oh, okay.
Iris also had her left eye removed.
Yeah.
And like Renju and Shoko, Iris's left eyeball has not been recovered.
But why? Why did the culprit put the costume on Ota?
Unknown. I have logged into the Wi-Fi in this warehouse. Okiura Fishery Co., Ltd. is listed as the owner. However, I found the password written directly on the router. Anyone who saw it could have used it. I have done some research. As the name suggests, the company is owned by the Renju's father created.
Yada, yada, yada.
No, currently, the company has been managed by Renju holds in short.
But he can't be a
It certainly is Date, we should get moving. Officers from the local jurisdiction are checking the warehouse thoroughly. We will not find anything of importance here.
Yeah, you're right.
You can ask CSI to inform you if they
It's
find
the
anything.
Mafia. Oh wait, he's dead.
Alright.
Well, not yet. In this timeline. What's this? What's this?
Well, by now the theories.
Oh, you're not still hanging on to your time travel theory?
Unless it's your 220 LBS lifting gorilla.
I have to talk to you about something.
Huh?
About the original Cyclops serial killings.
Why this all of a sudden?
Because I want you to solve this case, Mr. Date. I want you to find who did this and bring them to justice.
Because I'm pretty sure Pewter wanted to tell me about it
from the start,
but the boss didn't want him to.
I can help you, even a little.
Why didn't you say anything at Abyss?
The boss was there. I couldn't speak openly in front of her, so I decided to meet you here.
All right. Let's hear it.
Earlier, I told you that I was completely certain the original Cyclops killer couldn't
Why
have
is the
committed
boss
these
so
crimes.
adamant on hiding such fucking important info? Kill your boss.
I am
Ruben wouldn't
absolutely
like
certain
it.
the original Cyclops killer could not have committed these crimes.
Because Date is a killer.
Let me explain why. I'll start by telling you the identity of the Cyclops killer, although it's more accurate to say killers.
More than one?
In the first series of killings, the culprit had an accomplice. One of them was born a murderous psychopath. The other is Rohan Kumakura, the previous chairman of the Kumakuras. They each had a role to play. The murderer committed the homicide, and Rohan removed the eyeball. "18 years ago, Rohan took a woman's eye. She was already dead. He put his finger into her eye socket and gouged it out.
Yeah.
The reason why was simple. He was fascinated by women's eyes. Their beauty stimulated his greed and his desire to possess them. He needed to have them, to make them his own. Driven by this instinctive impulse, he took the woman's eye.
He got off on eyeballs.
So
WTF, bro.
I mean, that's the thing. He's like, one of the killers was born a vicious psychopath, and the other was this guy who loves tearing out women's eyes. You know,
He
as though
acquired
he's not
a
also a vicious
grotesque
psychopath.
obsession with the eyes of dead women. He was very particular about his need that the eye belonged to a deceased woman. But even being the head of a Yakuza gang, there weren't too many opportunities for him to indulge. His deepest, darkest desire went unfulfilled for years. However, he soon met his ideal partner, the aforementioned psychopath. The Cyclops killer would commit the murder, and Rohan would take the
What
eye.
is this fucking, like, one-piece jumpsuit he's wearing?
His ideal
Thus,
partner.
a mutually beneficial relationship was established. This was the origin of the Cyclops serial killings.
And also, like, where do I get a lab coat with a collar like that and, like, lined inside with green
About
velvet?
the same time, you were assigned to Abyss. He was born with a brain dysfunction. Due to damage to the posterior pituitary gland, he was unable to properly secrete oxytocin.
Oxytocin is a peptide hormone linked to feelings of love, affection, and trust. It is colloquially referred to as the love hormone. It causes a tranquilizing effect which improves mood and relieves stress. It is normally secreted when the body makes contact with an object of affection, such as an embrace or caress.
I'm sure you know what this implies, but he was unable to feel love in the way that we do. However, he was able to experience a substitute. His brain was wired in such a way that allowed him to feel satisfaction through other means. Due to the unique idiosyncrasies
like
of his
setting
brain,
people on
he
fire.
was able to release large amounts of dopamine and endorphins by performing a certain action.
What was it?
Murder.
Dopamine is a hormone linked to the reward system of the brain. The pleasant feeling attained through accomplishment is dopamine. Endorphins are a kind of brain narcotic. They dull pain and create a feeling of happiness.
He got pleasure from killing people?
It's slightly more complicated than that. Killing people was the only way he could get pleasure.
I feel like if, as like a special fucking secret investigative detective or whatever Date is, he would know this shit.
He was 12
like
when he
this
took his
basic
first
like
life.
criminal theory and shit.
That enlightened him to the pleasure of murder, which he would do again and again.
Okay, so who the fuck is this guy if you know so much about him?
He's literally the detective of the group.
I don't know.
The details of the original
He's
Cyclops
not even
serial
the idiot
killing case
scientist.
have become nebulous over time. Even the official investigation material contains nothing of value. I am unable to draw any conclusions from them.
He's the guy that's supposed
really
to
have
go
no
out
idea?
and find shit and they're hiding this from him.
If I did, I would tell you.
So how do you fucking have so much information about the killer, but not know who he
The
is?
original Cyclops killer had an accomplice,
There were 2 Cyclops killers.
and one of them was the former chairman of the Kumakuras, Rohan Kumakura.
Rohan committed suicide by jumping to his death 1 year ago.
That means... Pewter, tell me this. One of the original killers is dead, I know that. That means one remains. Who is he?
After his 4th murder, he was arrested by the police. They actually picked him up on other charges. But, in any case, he is currently serving a life sentence in Fuchu prison.
Fuchu prison?
Yes.
What's his name?
In prison, he doesn't have a name.
He's number
He's simply
89.
called Number 89.
Number 89?
I know who killed Shogunadami.
So, now
This
you know
is
why I
like
said
that Lamb movie.
that the original Cyclops killer couldn't have committed these crimes. Because
Where the killer
one is
can
dead,
tell who other
and the
killers
other
are.
is behind bars. Neither of them had the opportunity.
Mindhunter. Carl
Yo.
Sagan residence.
This pathway already told us way more than fucking Ota's pathway. I still say you shoulda did this first. Carl Shagan residence.
Kevin, no you fucking didn't. Or wait, yeah you did. It was Jay and Ruben who didn't want me to go back this way first. Jesus. That's rude.
They wanted you to go to fucking kill children's art land.
Oh, right. Otis dead. Yeesh.
This is your fault.
Uh-huh.
I heard from the police because you didn't take care of Iris. My boy Ota got involved.
Your son tased me
Date,
and
I looked
ran
into
away
the
with
investigation
Iris.
report. Mayumi confirmed Ota's body early this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry. I want to be alone right now. Did you not hear me? I said leave!
Yeesh.
Date, let's go. She is in no state to talk.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, I feel like we're gonna get probably a lot of the same.
I feel the most bad for this chick so far. Hitomi.
In the language of flowers, the iris means good news and hope. When I saw the flowers this morning, I just knew something good would happen.
I bet they've wilted. I told you that as well.
I don't know. Doesn't say anything.
Iris.
It says it's blooming, Kev. You were wrong.
Oh. You fucked up, Kev.
Iris was my everything. We always went everywhere together. Whether it was buying clothes, or going to the movies, or taking a walk, or going shopping at the supermarket. When she was young, she would just hold one of my fingers. Her hand was too small to hold mine. Then it was 2, then 3. And finally she could hold my hand. But eventually, she left my hands altogether. She started crossing her arms, being independent, even though she needed constant attention growing up.
What'd?
Her memories are a part of this room. When she was a baby, she fell off that sofa and cried. And one day she tore up her picture book all over the floor here. Another time she drew with crayons all over the window. She painted my portrait on Mother's Day.
Provide some.
Scratches on the floor, chipped plates, burn marks on the table.
Get one of those
Everything you
silicone
see.
booties.
But why?
Provide one.
Oda was one of my students. I taught him in elementary school. I heard it from the police. Oda tried to help Iris and ended up... I don't know what to say. I have no words.
Hitomi, my entire focus is on this case. Is there anything at all you can tell me?
I don't know if this is important, but...
No, please. Tell me.
I may have told you this already. I met Renju's wife Shoko twice before. The first time at the wedding, the second time a month ago. That second time was in the waiting room of the prison.
Prison?
There's an acquaintance of mine from when we were younger. I visit them a few times a year. And by coincidence, I saw Shoko. I don't think she noticed me, but I recognized her as Renju's wife right
Number
away.
86.
9.
She was there for the same reason I was. To visit one of the inmates.
89 is her ex-husband.
Do you know who?
No, I don't. We didn't talk.
Which prison?
Fuchu Prison. In Tokyo.
Fuchu.
Prison?
I'm sorry to have bothered you. I'll be going now.
I don't know what to do. Thinking about her.
You're gonna sex her.
Date, please, you have to catch them.
Inappropriate timing, I think.
Please. Please.
She's vulnerable.
Actually, yeah, come to think of it, this game hasn't been very horny for the last little
You
while.
gotta give her a new child or she won't know what to do with her life anymore. It's 'cause you chose the not horny pathway. That I told you to. That's smarter.
Well, even at the end
And
of like
told us way
the
more already.
even at the ending of the other timeline, it wasn't very horny for the like tail end of it.
I feel like there's definitely a horny timeline.
There's probably an extremely horny timeline.
Huh? About last night. Well, at
This is
3
the
in the
big
morning,
sad
anyway.
timeline.
Yeah, this is
You
the
know
bummed out
about it?
timeline.
It's on every
This
channel.
is the America
The
fuck
harem
yeah
line.
bummed out
You're
version
the face of a
timeline.
ghost. Do you want a glass?
I don't need a drink. I need information. Do you have anything?
Well,
You shoulda went
let's
to the
see.
right side at the start.
I do have...
You gave
I
us
suppose you
the
could call it intuition.
Fuck yeah.
Tell me.
The Kumakuras are involved in this case.
Gee,
Remember what I
thanks.
told you before? That there's a relationship between Ren and the Kumakuras? Shoko also has a relationship with them. You
Tell
know
me
about
something
her
I don't
dealings
know.
with the Kumakuras, right?
So basically, 2 of the victims are linked to the Kumakuras. That must mean they're involved somehow, right?
Not 2, 3.
3? Iris?
No, not that one. The boy.
The boy.
He came here last night.
Ota?
Yes,
Well,
from
just
Matsushita
saying,
Diner.
we don't know talk shit in this time.
He's linked to the
Willow.
Kumakuras as well.
New info.
No,
He's a
we did already
Yakuza
knew.
bitch.
We did already
He
know
cut
that
in
in
half
this
low.
timeline.
Have you heard the rumor?
I mean, except the land could be used to like develop more property and shit, so it's not worthless.
The Kumakuras own a handful of real estate
I
companies.
know.
They of course look legit, but they're Yakuza fronts.
Japan isn't like that.
I'll call those real estate companies the KE to keep it simple for you. The KE followed in So's footsteps. They bought up land in Kawasaki. Now, back to So. Have you heard of the plans for the casino in Kawasaki? So was the one who came up with it.
I was born and raised in Kawasaki. I remember the landscape of my childhood, and I loved it dearly.
Oh my god, that guy's voice.
Look at Kawasaki now. When I see images of the destruction on television, my heart aches like it's being chopped to pieces.
Fucking Ruben, tell me that's not fucking the Mandalorian guy from Knights of the Old Republic.
But I promise you, I will revive the Kawasaki district at any cost.
Right?
Casino Town Kawasaki will give new life to the city.
What was his name? Fucking Ordo or Cordo or something?
After that, So moved fast. He submitted the bills he needed to the National Assembly after drumming up support in the right places. The bills passed, and it became an official government initiative.
Decontamination efforts therefore increased at a rapid pace in the Kawasaki district. At the moment, the area is still considered off limits. However,
John Demita.
air in Kawasaki is currently purified to such an extent that it has no negative effect on the human body.
If the plan goes smoothly, land prices in Kawasaki are going to
URL.
skyrocket. And all that land is owned by the KE. And by So himself. The land he bought back for $1 billion will be worth 10 times that soon.
He wasn't in Kotor.
Damn.
He's involved in some shady business.
I mean, he's been in a lot of, like, anime and shit. Oh well. Man, I'm fucking 0 for 2 on my guessing
This
these voice
is just
actors.
another rumor, but the chemical plant exploding was no
Lilo and
accident.
Stitch.
It was done intentionally.
By So and the Kumakuras, you mean?
But there's no hard evidence of that. It's just gossip. What were we talking about again?
Ota and the Kumakuras.
Oh, right. You know how Matsushita Diner is close to the Kabasaki district?
Oh, is fucking Oda getting a paycheck from the Yakuza?
The chemical plant explosion made times hard. Foot traffic went down, sales declined. No wonder it closed down. Ota must hold a grudge. Someone caused that explosion. And if it was intentional, oh, he'd hate them even more. That's how I link Ota to the
What?
Kumakuras.
She said Ota was part of Yakuza. Of course he's getting paid.
Well, I mean...
Thank you, Mama. I don't know if what you told me will lead to anything, but...
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to waste your time.
She said there was a connection with the
No, it
Kamakura.
was very helpful.
That doesn't
I'm glad I can
necessarily
help,
mean
even if it's just a little.
he was on their
Well then.
payroll.
Be seeing you.
Come back anytime.
They could have been, like, extorting them.
Where did she go?
Well, she isn't always here, correct?
True.
Oh, let's fucking sneak and look into her
She's the
computer or
killer.
something.
What are you doing?
I thought it would be easier to talk like this.
She knows that you know
What do we
about
have
the
to talk
info of the
about?
previous killer
A
now.
summary of the investigation, perhaps?
What summary? We don't have anything new.
That's not true.
Huh?
I was curious, so I did some research about number 89.
This is the summary before the game ends.
As you know, he is an assassin.
No,
Just like
I don't think
last
so.
time.
Kills.
No, because, like, in the other flowchart, there was still, like, another branching path. Like, this, like, from here where this split off, there's another split there already, so I feel like up here there's gonna be another split, too.
He is currently serving a sentence
As
at
you
Fuchu
know,
Prison.
he is a Navy SEAL with over
He was in prison 6 years
confirmed
ago.
kills.
That's what Pewter told us.
After his fourth murder, he was arrested by the police.
Eyeballs, huh?
You don't know?
Pretty good
No such
collector.
person is listed in the family registry. It is possible he is a foreigner, but his nationality is unknown.
He's
However,
a fucking gaijin.
I believe it is safe to say that he was born and raised in Japan.
Or, I guess not.
Pewter claims that there were two culprits behind the original serial killings. One was the former chairman of the Kumakuras, Rohan Kumakura.
But Rohan committed suicide last year.
Or
That
did
leaves
he?
one culprit still alive, number 89.
But number 89 couldn't possibly have committed these crimes. He was in jail when each of the murders occurred.
Correct. However, I do not believe it is accurate to claim that he had nothing to do with the incident.
I know who killed Shogun Adami.
If he was telling the truth, his involvement is possible.
Number 89 is a fake.
Unknown. I cannot determine if they have any connection.
He's the third
Approximately
guy
1
that
month
got
ago,
blamed for the
Hitomi
kills.
Sagan witnessed Shoko in Fuchu Prison's waiting room. I am unable to say for certain that the person she was there to visit was number 89. After all, Fuchu Prison houses 2,000 inmates.
But number 89 knew Shoko's name.
I know who killed Shogunadami.
That must mean that he knew her somehow.
It is possible.
Let's talk to number 89.
All right. However, we need not go to him. We can bring him to us. If we plan on syncing with him, it would be more efficient.
Can you arrange that?
I
Do
can.
we plan on syncing with him? After cutting through some red tape, 89 was to be brought to HQ.
Of course we should.
He took a considerable time to arrive. But for some reason, Boss never showed up. Boss. Oh no, is Boss dead? Did they
Boss
get
is
Boss?
the killer. That's why she hides her name and doesn't want us to know about hella important info.
Sorry to interrupt your busy day, but I need you to tell me something. I'd appreciate your cooperation.
He looks cool. Name him. He ain't the eyeball murderer.
Endorphins. Dopamine. Posterior pituitary gland. Peptide hormone. I am learning stuff. Okay, you know what? Before we get too fucking far into this, I'm gonna quit for now, eat some food and do some stuff, and then I might continue this later
We're
this
so
evening.
close to the edge of the map.
We're not
So
even
close.
that close. We've got like, if this is,
Look at
if
it.
we're... Okay, so it's like, we're 1, 2
It's
fucking things
almost
here.
touching the
like,
top.
We got like 5 more fucking things to go before we're at the end of this timeline, so it's not that close. So I'm gonna save this. Besides, everybody else isn't even watching anyway, so, you know, whatever. Alright.
Damn.
Oh.
I'm watching.
Oh, hello.
Just not chatting.
Well, like I said, I'll be back in a little while and then we can finish this timeline up tonight. So, you know, I'll see you then.